Both sides through their warm-up. Bounce of the ball about 3 minutes away here at the Normans. Hello to you if you're tuning in via Edge FM or O&M Snapprint Solutions TV. It's the Wangaratta Magpies taking on the Myrtleford Alpine Saints here at the Normans Oval. Blake Panda Escott with you, Lukey Francis. David Wimp will get to him soon, but we'll get down to the boundary for Avis Wangaratta. Benny Tellerico, the coin toss is happening.
It is, yep. The umpire's just explaining a few things. Don't know what there's to explain, but yeah, it's up now, and let's see. Wang have won it, and they're kicking towards the city end. So first win of the day to Wang, and they're going to look to build on that. But I'll tell you what, I've been pretty impressed with the warm-ups. The boys of both sides are moving the ball around really, really well, and conditions could ask for much better. I don't think there's a cloud in the sky, and the deck's looking pretty good for this time of the year as well. So I think we're in for a treat today, lads.
Any wind to speak of at all, Benny?
Zero, not a speck of wind.
Alrighty, so nothing really favouring either end here at the Normans Oval. David Dawson-Wink is occupying our 40-wink stat sheet today. Who are we taking a look at, Winky?
I'd like to go a few different players compared to what we normally do, Panda. So Wangaratta got Jackson Clark, Tyson Young, but then we got Joel Stevens and Jack Mapleson, Xavier Laverty and Harry Hewitt, who's averaging 29.5 touches in his couple of games for the Wank Magpies when free of Footscray duties. You see something, Luke?
Oh, sorry, Wink. I was just going to say to Panda, just peer your binoculars over towards the bar there, Panda, on the other side.
That is there someone there having a frothy, is there?
White shirt. Is that Ben Reid? I
You're
reckon
right.
it is.
It is Ben Reid having a look here today.
There he is.
You have picked that up. Very good by you, Luke Francis.
Well, you can see
1050s.
He can see a cod in that river with those binoculars. I can tell you that right now.
I was in Lamington from here with these binoculars.
Winky, who are we taking a look at for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, please?
Simon Curtis, who's dominating, 26 touches he's averaging for the year. Lockie Murphy-Dale, Riley Smith, Ashton McPherson, and Joshy Maraka. He's averaging 20 touches for the Saints this year. Had a really good start to the season. Then Damien Harrington as well, averaging 18 for the Saints.
What about in terms of team stats, Winky? Where do these certain sides rank in certain factors?
Well, Myrtleford ranked first with inside 50s and marks inside forward 50. So a real asset for them is their targets and forward 50 entries. And then intercept marks is a really big one that Wangaratta. They ranked second with 18 intercept marks. I reckon they had 20-odd last week against Yarrawonga. So it's a real point of difference for them and a real strength that the Wang Magpies utilise.
All right, Benny, down on the boundary for Avis Wangaratta. Who do you think wins this contest and why?
Well, I tipped the draw.
You did?
I don't.
Get off the fence, BT.
Well, yeah, that was his name. So I think Wang will probably get over the line by 2 or 3 goals.
All righty, Lukey Francis.
Yeah, Eastern massive out. I'll go for the Maggies that are in scintillating form by 2 goals. What about yourself, Panda?
I think far away here for 8 goals and on Edge FM and O&M Snapprint Solutions TV. Not sure what the umpire is waiting for. Maybe he's getting a nice tan. Let's get this underway. 1 minute past 2. I think we're just waiting for a couple of people on the velodrome over there. The little kid has just been hoisted off by his mum and chucked over the fence.
Oh.
Here we go, Lukey friend. Underway for 8 great oils and batteries.
We are. So Knowles and Smith won it clearly. Knowles working away at ground level. And Mapleson on the boot for the Maggies. Goes down towards half forward. Curtis got a fist to it. Here's Laverty. Will he get one early? He works it back on the left. Young down at full forward. There's Petherbridge. And Ashton McPherson away for the Saints. And he gets it away to Harrington. And Damon goes right out wide looking for Smith. Here's Riley after it. Close to the chalk and seen across with Jet Roberts in pursuit. We'll have a boundary throw in on centre wing on the Ovens River side.
Played 35 seconds for Club Moala. Great to have Club Moala on 2026. Get along there and have a dance. There's live music, there's food, there's all sorts over at Club Moala. Toss back into play. Del Bosco off 30 touches and a goal last week. Just went without the football. O'Keefe through a tight pocket. Roberts, left foot kick's going to be marked by Ashton McPherson, right half back. He played on and then had to make something of this kick. It's aggressive. Kicks to half forward, looking for Ryan Crisp. Ball hits the deck. Sliding in on hands and knees was Ellis. Grossman in game number 200. We should have spoken about that pre-game, boys. Back on that soon. Roberts, sweeping hand pass. Very smart, under pressure. Pushes, he kicked. Kicks to half back, looking for a teammate. They're happy to set over the boundary line. And there's going to be a boundary thrown at half forward here for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. And as I said, Lukey, 200 games for Matt Grossman, the legend that is, the two-time premiership player for the Wangaratta Magpies. Well done to you, Grossi.
Yeah, it's a big effort, Panda. You'd love a Matt Grossman at your club, that is for sure. Here's Miotto, and he links one over the top. Mapleson steals the footy, though, and comes away, does Jack. He's had a great start of the 26th season. O'Keefe looking for the footy, taken across the line by Riccardi. And we will have a boundary throw in. Bernie, we'll go down to you. You're not far away from the...
Yep, no, it's been a good start to the game, and looking, Wang are definitely rolling with that 3 tall forward line again, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
Ben Tellerico for Avis and Wangaratta. There's Melville going into the centre. Here's Ellis, and he comes away, and he sends it inside 50. Young comes out and takes a terrific mark in front of... That was a beauty, Benny.
It certainly was, mate, and it looks like they're going to get it nice and direct. I think a little bit of work off the ball there with Squid, but yeah, it looks like Wang's definitely just trying to get good one-on-one looks inside their forward 50. So let's see if Tyson can take off where he left last week at Yarra.
Jeez, he looks good at full forward. How strong and what a presence he is at full forward for the Maggies.
Absolutely, Pandry. So good in the one-on-ones, and as David Wing said in the pre-game, played a full game at full forward last week for the Maggies. That one, he's got them off to the perfect start at home. So the Maggies on the board for Maccas, 6-0 over the...
It's going to be really interesting today, guys. I think for me, we're going to see a lot of slingshot footy off half-back from both sides. I think Ashton McPherson then was obviously pretty aggressive with coming through the corridor. The kick just was a little bit long for him, but I think we can look forward to seeing both sides look to get it inside 50 pretty quick today.
Ashton McPherson touches early on the 40-week stat sheet for their respective sides.
So Tyson Young make that 6 for the year. 4 of those were last week, and now 1 in the first 3 minutes here. Caught holding the ball by Maraca. In the middle of the ground was Stevens, I think, for the Wang Magpies. Was caught holding the ball. He was pushed over and made sure the umpire saw all of that. Joshy Maraca averaging the 21 touches this year. His best start to an O&M season. Kicks into half forward over all of his teammates, and Lockie Di Sebastiano takes the mark for the Wangaratta Magpies. The fruitful operator is our man Lockie. Goes laterally to the other side of the ground. Ellis, Norman's side of the ground, links up with Jet Roberts. On to Cam Barrett. Showed the football to a teammate and turned it over. Munro on to Big Riley Smith. Fumbled the footy. Flying shot on goal from 40 to a vacant goal square. Gets out the back. And it's through for 1 minor score. Myrtleford registered their first score of the day. They go to 1 behind. The Magpies 1 straight 6. We played 4.5 minutes for Club Mulwala. All that on the Maccas scoreboard.
It was an adventurous kick by Cam Barrett there, Benny.
It was, and I reckon Myrtleford are clawing onto that. I think Wayne tried to move through the corridor a lot against Yarra, and they're pretty damaging, so I think they're going to be onto it today.
Here's Cam now, full back, short to Mapleson. Nice. In front of Mitch Del Bosco. So Jack with the 40, 30 out from own defensive goal at the clubroom's end. Shifts it to Jet Roberts. To Lockie Di Sebastiano. So they're still inside D50. About 45 out. Again on a cracking day in Wang. Sensational to Grossman. So they lose a bit of ground. They want to switch the footy. Here goes Matt. He's going on a searching run. We'll get Cam Barrett. And that one dropped out of bounds. So a little sloppy coming out of the goal square. We've got a boundary throw in, 60 out from home, clubroom's end.
That we do. Tyson Young with the game's first roll from 50 out. Kicked 4 last week. Did Tyson. 1 today. Give that one to Knowlesy in the ruck. Crisp well, and then drop the footy. Did all the hard work. Tried to get through too many tackles, and Mapleson wrapped him up. This is the corridor footy Ben Tellerico just spoke of. Barrett onto Mel. Right through the middle of the Normins, and then chisels one to Young. Diving slips catch down low. Wasn't paid the mark.
Yeah, I think it just got a little bit too much to the ground, but it was a great effort by Tyson.
Geez, that was too easy through the middle of the ground. Moved it at will, did the Wang Magpies. Stoppage inside forward, 50 for the Pies. Lavity thrown off the football. Kick out of mid-air. Dangerous here for the Myrtleford defence who are under pressure. McPherson's in trouble. He's dived on the football. Umpire says, give it to me. And we'll have a ball up 10 out from the Wangaratta Magpies goal.
So a lot of players around this contest. Oh, tried to picked off by Lavity. He's going to call them in again here. So Evans Street End, round 5 footy in the O&M. Let's have a look at the contest. Fisted away by Brady Sharp. Mapleson going after it again. He's been busy early. Back over the chalk for a boundary throw-in.
Looks like Nick Ferguson has the match up on Xavier Lavity today, guys. So that's going to be a big challenge for him.
Again, Larico for Avis and Wang. David Wink on the 40-wink stats. Boundary throw-in. Tilly tried to get a hand to it. Melville down low. Ball locked away there. So not much action going on here at the Evans Street end. Marjanovic gets up off the turf. Hands it back to the umpire. Let's see who can clear the footy from this contest. Tilly away. Then off the ground by Clark, heading towards goal. Lavity spills it out the front. Petherbridge taken down by Lavity over the shoulder. So Petherbridge will take the kick for the Saints. Here he goes, Sack. Great inclusion back into the lineup for the Saints last week. The West End, and he's looking around. He's unsure what to do with this. Very indecisive. Now he's called to play on. And this one might be turned over. Oh. Ellis let it go. He got absolutely crunched by Smith. Not the man you want to be wiped out by. And the umpire is going to call it's out of bounds, Panda.
Certainly is. We'll get to on the 40-wing stat sheet. We might go around the grounds as well for Evident Farm Supplies. Find out what's happening in other games in the SSNA Ovens and Murray. 6 plays, 1 hit. Maggie's up on the Macca's scoreboard. Roberts, left foot kick. Inside 50, Lavity early body work on Ferguson, gets out the back. McPherson has to be clean, he is. O'Keefe, good hand pass to Harrington. The Saints in overdrive in defence here. Harrington's kick hugs the boundary line. It's tapped over the line by the Magpies, and we'll have a boundary thrown in the exact same position as we had about a minute ago. 2 kicks from the Magpies goal. 8 minutes gone for Club Mulwala in the opening quarter. 6 plays, 1. Thanks to a goal from Tyson Young for the Wang Magpies. Lots of footy players around this footy will have another ball up. Winky for 40 winks. What's catching your eye on the stat sheet inside 10 minutes?
Well, Myrtleford ranked number 1 in the comp for uncontested marks. I'd be surprised if they've had 1 so far. Wang really controlling the game.
The bootlace level. Melville gets it on the boot, just hacks it forward. Well, Grant Noy marked it. O'Keefe comes away with the footy. Will O'Keefe goes for home. That one wide. Lavity across the line for 1 behind. So 7 playing 1 here at the moment. The Maggies up on the Macca's scoreboard. We've got 9 in the opening term for Club. Opening term for A-grade oils and batteries. Simon Curtis at the full-back position, about to bring the footy back in for the Saints.
Panda and Lukey with you for the Wang pump shop. Look at the kick from Curtis out of the defensive goal square to find Ryan Crisp. Goes by hand. They link up down the far side. Chisel kick down the boundary line has been punched over by Fraser Ellis, and we'll have another boundary throw in, this time on true centre wing. Ovens River side of the ground. Any matchups to speak of down on the boundary, Benny, for Avis Wangaratta?
Yeah, there are a couple of really good ones. Jackson Clark looks to be lining up on Simon Curtis, so that's going to be a great one to watch today.
Ellis been busy early. Again, sees it over the boundary line. We might go around the grounds in a couple of minutes if we can. David Wink for Evident Farm Supplies. Ball is caught out on the Ovens River side of the ground where Lukey spotted a beautiful yellow belly with those big binoculars before. And going in there and trying to win the footy was Melville, and just missed his hand. We have another boundary throw in. So it's camped out there. Winky, what have you got for us for Evident Farm Supplies?
North Albury lead Raiders 2-0 at the moment. Timmy Broomhead hitting the scoreboard early.
In this game yet to break open at Norman's Oval between the Maggies and the Saints. Ball on centre wing on the far side. Now there's a whistle here, holding free kick. The umpire, who's he going to pay this one to? It's coming back to
Truan.
Jack Truan for the Saints. So here he goes, Jack. Let's see if they can work something out of this. The Saints, low driving kick. Gee, it was a beauty for Smith. He dropped it. Marjanovic's about to pick it up. Up from ground level, pinched away by Jake Sharp, out to Miotto, weaving around, backtracking. Gets it out the back. Harrington short, very short. Umpire said play on. Here's Crisp. And Ryan just hacks it into the pocket for the Saints. And that'll be holding. And Matt Grossman will get the ball for the Magpies in their back pocket at the club's rooms.
That he will. So still the one goal in this game. 11 minutes played for Club Mulwala. Opening term for A-grade Oars and Batteries. First versus third. Myrtleford yet to drop a game in season 2026. And here's my man, Reece Grant. This is his home deck. Intercepts the mark for the Myrtleford Alpines. Goes into Truant. The reason it's his home deck is because he plays good cricket here for the Wangaratta Magpies. Ben Tellerico, looks like Jack Truant is going to line up 50 outside angle.
Yeah, he will, and it was just a great bit of defensive work then. I think, yeah, Wang, again, looking to bite off that dangerous kick, and Myrt were up to the challenge. So, Wang working really to take away the shorts from Myrtleford at the moment.
Jack Truant has kicked 3 goals in his first season for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints so far. The boy from Kungupna. Kick on the way looks really good. That is dead straight through the middle from Jack Truant. And the Myrtleford Alpine Saints are on the board. They go to 1-2-8 to the Magpies, 1-1-7. All that on the Macca's scoreboard.
It's a big battle of ball movement at the moment, lads. I think the most impressive thing for me is just sort of how disciplined both teams are defensively. I think they're both going to take their risks as the game sort of opens up a little bit more, but I think it's going to be the ones that can capitalise off turnover that's going to end up being the victor here. So, no, it's still a really skill, and hopefully we pick up a little bit more scoring. Hey,
Jack Truant, just a wonderful kick on goal. You can't do much better than that. Sweet contact. Back in the centre, Knowles and Smith. Smith got a hand to it. Miotto taken down by Majanovic. Here's Munro, though, breaking away to Mitch Del Bosco. Back to Munro. Matty Munro left foot. Beautiful. And goes into Riley Sharp. That was wonderful footy from the Saints, Benny.
Yeah, I don't think you can get much better work than out of the centre clearance. The movement was really, really nice. And just execution. I think, as we said, Matty Munro coming back into the side is going to help with that centre into forward sort of transition and that quality of ball entry. So this would be great for the Magpies if they can put 2 in a row.
Yeah, this would be for about 2 in 40 seconds for the Saints. In here comes Riley Sharp. 25-30 out and steers it through for the Saints. They get another 14 play 7 here on the Macca's scoreboard. And we're going just over 13 minutes for Club Mulwala.
Sorry, Winky, go.
7th goal of the year for Riley Sharp. Really big target down there. The Saints would want him to kick 4 or 5 today.
And I think with a lot of the play being over on the far side of the ground, it took a while for both teams to get their rotations going. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out as the rest of the quarter goes on.
BT, who looks to have that matchup on young Cooper Thomason for the Wang Magpies?
When I looked before, it was boards. So you'll probably be able to tell me, Lukey, with the binoculars.
Yeah, those big binoculars. So 2 in a row for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. After Tyson Young kicked the first for the Magpies, and they now lead by 7 points. Of course, one of only a few sides to beat the Magpies here on their home deck last year. Jackson Clark marks, takes a bounce, breaks away, shot on goal. There's a whistle, and it's a free kick to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints for a Shepherd, was it, Benny?
Yeah, it was. Tilly just put a bit of work into... Is that Jake Sharp back there?
It's Brady.
Brady, there you go.
Don't worry, I almost mucked him up last week when he kicked the game-winning goal for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Pethbridge, good exiting kick, finds Ferguson at half-back. Broadcast side in front of the grandstand, filled with Myrtleford supporters here at the Normins Oval. The inboard kick from Ferguson on the edge of the square has been marked by Cooper Thomason, who plays on straight away and kicks this to space inside 50. A genuine one-on-one. Di Sebastiano and Riley Sharp, the previous goal kicker. Di Sebastiano whacks it out of the area. Reece Grant goes and wins the footy. On to Del Bosco. Left foot flying shot on goal from 40. Looking for Jake Sharp. Defensive fist from the smaller man of Harrison Smart. Did really well. Punches it over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in deep in attack for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints.
Yeah, great work from Smart. He went early, but he made contact, and then his second effort was fantastic. Kept his feet. Okay, boundary throwing. And Crisp up against Hayden in the ruck. Crisp goes again. Smart doing some great work down there. Hacks it out on his left foot. There's Ellis being taken down by Riccardi, and the umpire will call it. So just on the fringe of the square here, opening term for A-grade Oars and Batteries. OMFNL Live on 102.1 Edge FM. Saturday afternoon footy. Ellis hands it off to Hewitt. And then Harrison, look at that for a kick. Hitting Laverty up on centre wing. broadcast side, and then thumps it down. They're looking for Young, or nearly marked it. Goes again, rolling towards goal, bouncing. That's brilliant from Tyson Young. How was the recovery? Sensational. A steel line goal of the day here on O&M Live.
That's impressive. I think Zach Betherbridge is one of the best one-on-one defenders in the comp. And whilst being tackled, Tyson's been able to finish from such a tight angle. So that is an awesome show of class there by Tyson.
I mean, Tyson Young's had 2 touches today. He had 10 last week. He's kicked 6 goals in.
And Wink, I'm getting the feeling he's becoming your favourite player.
He is. Like, every time he touches the ball, something happens.
He's in the middle now.
I mean, we've seen the numbers before coming to the comp. He can get 45 touches in a game, but he only needs 10 to 15 to have a real impact.
Yeah.
What about that finish from Tyson Young? And as Benny said, now he's bang smack in the middle of the Norm Men's. Matty Munro looks like he's playing on ball today in the absence of Jackson East. Links up with a 1-2. Ball at half back. McPherson safe hands here for the Milford Alpine Saints. Shallow kick down the far side. Getting 2 hands to it was Riley Smith. There is Tyson Young. Back to Roberts. Jet snaps the ball. It's tumbling towards the point of the square broadcast side. Will it sit for Harrington? Has to tap to his advantage. Doesn't really affect anybody. And Matty Motlop applies a strong tackle on Lockie Kennett at ground level for the Wangaratta Magpies. Have a ball up just in front of us, 10 metres in from the boundary, centre wing, broadcast side. Riley Smith just dropped the football. Del Bosco, lucky to get a high free kick for that one. He's got it on centre wing. There's the captain. Jake Sharp presents, goes short. That travelled the required. Umpire said otherwise. Jake Sharp's inboard kick finds Simon Curtis, and this is where the Saints look good.
Certainly, here he goes, Simon. And he puts it up a high one, looking for Sharp at the back. Oscar Roberts came over the top. They compete again. Bourdignon went in, and Grossman concedes for a behind. So 15 playing 13 here. Saints up by 2 points on the Macca's scoreboard. Again, the opening term for A-grade oars and batteries. Quick kick out to Jet Roberts. And they play on the Maggies. Smart, left foot. Nice work. Gets it to Tilly. 60 out. From the clubroom's end, own defensive goal. So he's got a man free here. Out wide in Kennett. They haven't seen him yet. Will they pick him up now? Hayden handballs on to Tilly. Kennett's been manned up. They work it into the middle. Bourdignon. Handballs over. Munro steals it though. He's trying to spin out of trouble. He's gone here. He's in trouble. And he's pinged by Kennett. So here goes Lockie. He wants the corridor. He eyes it off. He says, no, boys, we're going wide. Sends it to Barrett. Now Clark's got free. Harrington's trying to pick him up. Gets him now. So Cam Barrett, true centre wing, broadcast side. Just down in front of the Richardson stand. And they go to the half flat. Young, no, he marked it. Munro with Mapleson. Laverty taps it to the advantage of Young. Munro him. Umpire called play on. Ball out of bounds. About 60 around from goal here, Evan Street end.
Benny Tallarico, what's Lockie Di Sebastiano done? He just hobbled off the ground then, looked to be in all sorts.
Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on it. It looks like a lower limb injury of some sort. But I'm just going to wait and see what the trainers sort of do, and then I'll get back to you, boys.
Looked to be in a spot of bother, did Lockie Di Sebastiano. 14 plays 13. Saints up by a point for Macca's. 19 minutes played for Club Mulwala opening term. Underground hand pass from Mapleson was clever. Stevens was clean in the contest. Likewise, a teammate, Marjanovic, tied up against the boundary. Getting held was Tilly. Made sure the umpire... And then Laverty has turned it over.
Wow.
Laverty has reversed the decision. That is really silly from Xavier Laverty.
Yeah.
Tilly was going to line up directly in front, had the free kick, and Laverty dropped his opponent. And it's a free kick to the middle for Alpine Saints now in the defensive goal square. 2-goal turnaround here at the Normans Oval. That'll upset Jason Heatley. Brady Sharp has it for the Middleford Alpine Saints. Kicks towards the broadcast side. 2 big ruckmen fly. No one wins out. Out the back of the contest here is Ashton McPherson with pace. Kick down the wing. Will it stay in play? It doesn't. Out of bounds on the full. And a free kick at half back through Matt Grossman in game 200 for the Wangaratta Magpies.
Yeah, and a game that could be decided by a goal, Benny. You don't need ill discipline, particularly 10 metres out right in front.
No, just silly, and it's the stuff that just hurts your team. There was a really good build-up by the Pies then too.
Here's Ellis, and he wants to send Good mark from McLernan. Now, he's usually a pretty good kick. Look at that to the advantage of Young. That was brilliant by James McLernan. And Tyson Young, he is hot down forward at the moment, Benny.
It just seems like no one's got the match up for him, really. This is going to take his best from this tight angle.
Oh,
and
what's happened here?
50, I think Ashton McNoll reversed. Yeah,
Reversed.
reversed.
Laverty,
Yeah.
I think that was Xavier Laverty once again.
Well, he's coming to the bench. Yeah, and Jake Sharp just gave him a little bump just to let him know we didn't miss it. Now, coming out of the back line, McPherson turned over.
Jace is not happy.
Jace Heatley is not happy at all.
So Kennett's taken the mark here. About 40 out from home, Evans Street end. We'll go back down to you, Benny. Just give us an update there on Jace Heatley and Xavier Laverty. They're having words at the moment.
Old school teacher sort of come over here and let me talk to you sort of thing here, guys. He's not happy. He's not happy at all. And I think he's just sort of making it plain and simple. Do not let that happen again for the rest of the game.
So in the meantime, Lockie Kennett shooting for the Maggies' third goal. Comes in, tight angle, Evans Street end across the face. Petherbridge got a fist to it, hits the behind post, and we'll have a boundary throw in, so no score.
No score. David Wink, what have you got for us for 40 Winks?
Well, 5 free kicks apiece, and I reckon 3 of those have been against Xavier Laverty Pandas. So he's come to the bench, just needs to cool down Xavier because he's such a star player.
He certainly is. Brady Sharp doing the ruck work then for the Saints. Deep in defence as Lockie Murphy-Dale sends a high one. Cooper Thomason flew very early. Almost reached the Cooper and gave away an unrealistic free kick to Chris Knowles, the big ruckman for the Magpies. Centering ball into the middle of the ground, finds Matt Grossman, runs to the left, balks back in on the right, kicks deep into the forward pocket. Petherbridge got front position and left it behind. Tilly stole it out of McPherson's grasp. McPherson tackles him. We have a ball up, 15 out from the Wang Magpies goal, who should be in front. Should have had a couple of shots on goal here. Bit of ill discipline has cost them. 13 plays 14 here for Maccas. Opening terms gone 22 minutes. Tilly, flying shot on goal out of the stoppage is across the face. Does it go out on the full? I think it does. Kick to Brodie Riccardi in the right back pocket for the Saints, who lead this game by a point.
Blake Escott calling for the Wang pump shot as the Saints try and work it out of their back line. Ferguson, it was a rough old kick. He slipped as he went to put it on his boot. Oscar Roberts fires it back in for the Maggies. Hayden going back. I thought his Guernsey was being held. McPherson brings it away. Saints to Brady Sharp. Might turn it over to Ellis, who takes the mark. 40 out. So the Saints are being hemmed in. They just can't work it out of their back 50, Benny.
No, Wang are doing a really good job at defending the ground and pressing up nice and high. They did the same against Yarrawonga last week, so it's obviously working for them. But yeah, unfortunately, Myrtleford just can't get that chip mark game going at the moment.
I reckon he's a real confidence player, Fraser Ellis. When his confidence is high, he really can impact games. Fraser, is this one right? Yes, so he's just missed it. So scores level at Norman's Oval, 14 apiece on the scoreboard. We're gone 24 thanks to Club Mulwala.
2 goals to Tyson Young and 1 each to Jack Truan and Riley Sharp for the Middleford Alpine Saints. Has this a drawn ball game here at the moment. Good game of footy. Low scoring. It's hard to come by. Oh, McPherson got grabbed high. Umpires said play on, holding the ball. McLernan, goal to the Wangaratta Magpies.
Gee.
So the kick in didn't travel 15. McPherson went low, tried to get the high free kick. Magpies grabbed him holding the ball. McLernan kicked it, and now they're into McPherson.
So the umpire obviously said Benny ducked into it.
Yeah, I think he sort of didn't fall for that, and it was probably fair enough, to be honest. But I think he started the game really, really well, Ashton, and clearly damaging Hinkembe, so they're going to put some work into him.
BT, just saw Lockie Di Sebastiano walking around on the Wang bench. Looks like he's almost ready to rock and roll again.
Yeah, it looks like it. They haven't applied any ice or anything like that, so I think he should be right. I reckon he might have just copped a really bad cork to the leg.
Fair bit of feeling in this game, Lukey Francis.
Yeah, there is, Blake Escott. So the Maggies by a goal here, close to the quarter-time break. Back in the centre of the ground on O&M Live. Smith and Noel. Smith got a hand to it, Miotto. And then Melville wrapped up by Maraca and also Miotto, man in green to take possession. Slightly left of the centre. Aloft again. Not much between the ruckman. Maraca spins out of it, did nicely. Right foot sends it forward. Oh, look at that. Thomason off his chest. Truan roves out the front. Bourdignon gets one over the top. Bren takes it though. Reece Grant handballs off. Now Truan, can he balance up here? Gets away. Murphy-Dale, he couldn't get out of the tackle. Grant again. Gee, there's some hand passes down there. Smart just gets it on the boot. He's been great in the first term, repelling everything. Ashton McPherson, though, picks it up for the Saints, sends it back into the danger zone.
Oh.
Good mark from Thomason. It ends up on his chest. That was pretty fortuitous in the end there, Benny.
I just love how he presents out with the football. I think he's a natural forward, guys. He's got really, really strong forward craft and nous, and this is what he wants to do. He just wants to be able to finish off the work of his teammates upfield. And I think that was Ashton McPherson then. He's playing in the back line and he's having inside sort forward 50, so you can see how Myrtleford are trying to defend just like Wang. They're pressing the ground really high. He
just jumped at that footy, Lukey. He wanted it more than anybody else.
Yeah, he's a natural forward, Panda. There's no doubt about that. Cooper Thomason from 35 out has missed that one. So they're the ones you've got to get as a key forward. 20 playing 15 up. 20 playing 15 here. Maggie's up by 5 points on the Macca's scoreboard.
Ashton McPherson up to 8 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet.
So Cam Barrett has it. Kick-in duties for the Wang Magpies. How many is he averaging so far this year, Winky?
26 for Cam.
And his kick is punched over the line by the Myrtleford Alpine Saints defence. And we have a stoppage right in front of us. A boundary throw-in. Just 4 to centre wing. 2 goals to Myrtleford, 3 to the Wang Magpies. They've kicked the last 2 in this game. Knowles and Smith had both arms wrapped around each other. Stevens dribbles the football to half forward. Laverty's back on the ground for the Wangaratta Magpies. Can he make himself dangerous here? Kennett was clean, picked the football up, lowers the eyes, looking for O'Keefe, who was caught behind the contest. And McPherson took a great intercept mark and then gave Will O'Keefe a little bit of advice. Kick has been fumbled and dropped by Ferguson. On to Curtis, who lends a hand for the Saints. Flicks it out wide and the siren sounds. To end an entertaining opening quarter. All thanks to A-grade oils and batteries here on O&M Live. 3-2-20 the Magpies, 2-3-15 the Saints. We'll take a break. It's O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
SS&A, this is your place.
All right. I love you. Have a good shift.
The all-new Nissan Navara, built for the grid shift.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shorty get inspired. How about that? This time, shorty get.
Explore where your new home begins. Discover our designs. Discover local land. Discover what's possible. Visit Sundancer Homes' new sales centre and showroom at 482 Kiowa Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
No one celebrates life like you do. At Tobin Brothers Funerals, we're here to help you celebrate the life of your loved one, your own special way. Tobin Brothers Funerals, celebrating lives.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
This goes out to all the athletes, the fitness buffs, and the huff and puffs. On your marks, get set. Find your perfect fit at the Athlete's Foot.
Welcome back to the Normin's Oval. Just a sensational day for football and a pretty good game too. The Magpies 3-2-20 leading the Myrtleford Alpine Saints 2-3-15 here at quarter time. Good crowd here as well, enjoying a little bit of sunshine. Blake Penderescott with you, Lukey Francis, Dawson Wink, Benetellerico down on the boundary, but we'll get to Winky, who has our quarter's best in the first quarter, all thanks to the Premix King.
Yeah, so quarter one for the Wang Magpies was Tyson Young. He only had the couple of disposals, but looks so dangerous coming out of full forward the way he is at the moment. So I said it during the play. I went back and had a look. He's had his last 10 touches. He's kicked 6 goals for the Wang Magpies.
In the last 7 days?
Yeah, in the last 7 days. So he's on fire, and Myrtleford are going to have to find a way to stop him. For Myrtleford, Ashton McPherson, nine disposals. He was in absolutely everything, kicking the ball inside forward 50, rebounding from defensive 50 and taking intercept marks. He did it all in that first quarter.
What about some of the team stats, Winky? Where are the Wangaratta Magpies winning this game?
Well, the team stats would actually indicate Myrtleford, Panda. 5-1 in the centre clearances, 7-6 free kicks, 9-10 inside forward 50s, and everything else is pretty even. The intercept marks and marks inside forward are both even.
Wangaratta Magpies have broken away from their huddle. We'll get to Benny Tellerico soon, but we might go around the grounds quarter time in the Ovens and Murray for Everton Farm Supplies. Winky, if you can give us an update on all 4 other games.
So over at Martin Park, Albury Tigers lead 1-6 to Wodonga Bulldogs 1 goal. So 12-6 in that one. North Albury have jumped out of the box, 6-3, 39 to the Raiders, 0-1. Tim Broomhead and Julian Hayes with a couple goals apiece. Yarrawonga 2-2, 14 lead the Roos at 1 goal straight, 6. And then Lamington Panthers 28-2. They lead 4 goals, 4. They've had 8 scoring shots to 2 against the Wang Rovers.
Wow, so a couple of big surprises there. The North Albury scoreline 39-1 over the Raiders. I don't think anyone picked that. And likewise, Lavington 28-2 over the Wangaratta Rovers, but they'll probably kick into gear now. Like we're going to kick into gear with Benny Tellerico for Ovis Wangaratta. What was the wrap-up at quarter time, Benny?
I think, both teams are really happy with how they were able to move the football and the looks that they were getting forward. It's probably just defensively what they want to try and tidy up with their matchups and a few other little things. But look, Jace was pretty happy. He just said we're just going to keep the discipline in check and we should be fine. So I think both teams are overly confident with how they've started. It's definitely going to be a battle of who's able to transition the ball better out of their back half today, I reckon.
Alrighty, Benny Tellerico doing his best work for Avis Wangaratta. So we're waiting for the spectators to disappear off the venue. Good crowding, I reckon, Lukey, too, enjoying a nice bit of sunshine today.
Perfect day to be at the footy, isn't it, Panda?
Absolutely. Probably
Unreal.
about, I'd say, 800 to 1,000.
Yeah, bring down the picnic rug and the scones and thermos.
Look at Funky Miller just running along the boundary line. That's why he was a Doug Strang medalist.
There he goes.
A big forward out there.
Man of the people.
Second quarter about to get underway here for Jacob Hino. Get out to Wang Motor Group and Said the guys, Jacob Hina, they'll sort you out. And Lukey Francis will sort you out in the second quarter, all thanks to the Wangaratta Pump Shop.
Magpies by 5 points. Second chapter. Smith, double fister. Miotto got swung around. Umpire will take it in. Mapleson around the ball with Stevens. Also Del Bosco. Maracas. There's Knowles. Swipes it out. Down low is Calvin working away. O'Keefe at the bottom. Umpire again to take it. So it's pretty congested at the start of the first term. And then the game opened up. So should have settled by now. Let's have a look. Mapleson. Having said that, we get another stop. Jack throws the footy back to the umpire. Here we go again. Smith, Mapleson, Stevens down low. Miotto's got him. Ball comes out. O'Keefe to Ellis. Left foot. Hacks it forward inside 50. Tilly. Right foot. Swings it around. Has he got it?
Yep.
Yes, he has. Aiden Tilly, that's a beauty. Great goal sense from the big man, and the Maggies get another.
Yeah, it was very clean then, wasn't he? Like, looked more like a small forward with how nimble he was, but I think we saw the 3 repeat stoppages in the middle. It's going to be a battle of the midfield today here, lads. I think that's going to be where the teams will get their ascendancy. But it was a fantastic finish by the big fella. That was really impressive. Didn't know he had that in his kit bag.
Well, he's only kicked a handful of goals this year. That's just number 4 for Aiden Tilly. If he can kick 30 goals for the season, Wang Magpies will be in a very good position.
Yeah, he was really smart then. He didn't rush. He found himself in a bit of space and took advantage and snapped it beautifully from 40 metres, did Aiden Tilly. Back in the middle, picking up the football, he was clean, was Joel Stevens in the bright yellow boots, linking up with Harry Hewitt. Kicks to a one-on-one, and why not? Because Tyson Young's going to kick 3. Free kick, goal, take your pick from Tyson Young. He's had 5 kicks, he's kicked 3 goals. The kick from Hewitt was a beauty, and the Pies have kicked 4 on the trot.
Winky, how good's that kick-to-goal ratio right now for Tyson Young?
Yeah, ridiculous over the last couple of weeks. But Joel Stevens, the last 2 centre bounces have been scrappy, but he's been the one that gets it out and gets the ball moving. And once they go inside forward 50, they look so dangerous right now.
Well, they've got absolutely no reason to move Tyson. Bleeding obvious. He's going to be an absolute handful down there all day. And for the season going forward, Benny.
Yeah, and let's not undersell the kick from Harry Hewitt. That was about a 50-metre kick to the perfect advantage for Tyson. So that's the class that he brings to the midfield group.
Gee, they're informed, the Magpies. Can they carry on with it? Here's Smith tapping it forward. Coming out Munro, trying to weave through traffic. Nicely done to Bren. And gets one back to Mitch Del Bosco. To Riley Calvin. Spots a person out wide. That's Damon. And he swings around. Damon Harrington. And they work it out the back of the contest to McPherson. And he goes with a right foot inside 50, Evans Street end. Ball gets out the back. Umpire pushing, he says.
There's a tunnel.
And it's going to the Maggies. So Jet Roberts is going to take it in defence. Now Jet, his eyes darting around, trying to pick up a fellow Maggie. And he sends it right out wide. Oh, pushed out of it, Laverty. Umpire's paid the mark, though, to Ferguson. Short ball. Murphydale put it down. Handball's inside of Mitch Del Bosco. What can they work out of this? Beautiful. In he goes to Riley Sharp. And the Saints will have a shot from 30 out, virtually directly in front.
Bless you, Wink. I heard that.
Thanks, Pete.
So did I, don't worry.
I missed the cough button.
I didn't know whether to mention or not. You're almost having a fit there, David.
That was gold.
Hey?
Yeah,
Snot's everywhere, by the way.
Yeah.
That was beautiful ball use then by Myrtleford. So let's hope Big Sharpie can put this through.
This will be your second, Lukey.
It would be, Penner. So the Saints need to respond and hit back. Riley Sharp, he has hit the post. A minor score, 32 playing 16. 32 playing 16 here. The Maggies up over the Saints on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard.
So 7 scoring 6 and the margin 16 points. 2-4 to 5-2. Got to be nailing those. Big Riley. Barrett. His kick out of defence held a long time up in the air looking for Harry Hewitt. And the Saints can force the turnover here on the far flank if they're evasive enough. Murphy Dale wrapped up straight away. Umpire says, give it to me. To the left of the scoreboard. We'll have a ball up on a beautiful day here in Wangaratta. Tops of 18 degrees today. Knowlesy just wrapped up Riley Smith, and it's a free kick in the ruck contest to Big Riley. Surveys his options, kicks it deep into the pocket, looking for Riley Sharp. Nudged under the football. Will Brady get there? Jake out the back. Harry Smart fumbles it over the boundary line smartly. Takes no mistake and rushes through a minor score. 2-5-17 Myrtleford, 5-2-32 the Magpies. 5 minutes played for Club Mulwala. Second term for Jacob Hino.
Smart, and he came out of the back line, he had a look, and then he almost wanted to go back the other direction. Here's Mapleson, geez, quick. Turns that one over, though. Ferguson sends one in for the Saints. Miotto over his head, out of reach. Truan will go for goal. Jack Truan, and he's missed it. So another behind. 32 playing 18 now. Maggie's with the lead over the Saints. So a couple of misses here from the Saints, and it could pay the price. Now, I've had a whistle at true centre-half back.
Yeah, Knowlesy just sort of got stuck into Ashton and he sort of fell forward. So, no, I didn't think there was that much in it, to be honest.
Wow.
He's under their skin at the moment, Ashton Ferguson. He's got a few of those free kicks, and he's also had the 11 disposals.
So they're going to get a kick. Is it downfield here? Because Truan looks like it's going right down to the line.
So it must be a free kick and a 50.
Yeah, wow. Okay, so Jack Truan will kick this. This will be a certain goal. And that's usually when they miss. Here goes Jack Truan. He pops it over the defender's head. So he's a couple. So we've got 32 playing 24 now. Maggie's up. So they hit back, the Saints.
Did you see what actually happened there, BT?
Yeah, Knowlesy was just literally just running behind him. He just sort of nudged him in the back and it's just gone to ground pretty easily. And then, the umpires called a free kick. I don't know if it was just because it was so far off the ball, but there really wasn't much in it at all.
Well, there's been a lot of free kicks.
Yeah, the umpires haven't missed anything. They're happy to pay them today.
Yep, and it's fair to say most of them have probably been there.
Correct.
So the players got to be right onto it now. Just can't be giving away free kicks against your team in dangerous positions like that, reversing all sorts of stuff. Because the umpires have played 3 or 4 already, Lukey, and we've only played 8 minutes into the second quarter.
That's it, Panda. They want a clean game.
Back in the middle. Miotto, Mapleson. Miotto wraps him up. Umpire says, I'll have it. Getting around the grounds score soon here for Everton Farm Supplies. Some other tight games in the Ovens and Murray today. Maracca, that was really clean. Hand passes to Del Bosco. Off a step to the top of the goal square. Sharp tussling with Di Sebastiano, then applying defensive pressure. Di Sebastiano hacks it out of there, but it's going to come straight back as Riley Smith likes an option in the pocket. Went for Truan. Good defensive fist from Jet Roberts, who then runs after the football, went to soccer and left it behind. Mapleson was clean at half-back. Inboard hand pass to Marjanovic. Hacks it out of there, looking for Laverty on the far side of the ground. Goes over the line for a boundary throw-in. True centre wing, Ovens River side of the ground. David Wink, what have you got for us?
Albury Tigers, 2 goals, 7-19. Mononga Bulldogs back in that one, 2 goals, 1-13.
Magpies up by 8 points at Normans Oval. On the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard, true centre wing on the Ovens River side of the ground. The umpire will take it in, ball locked away. So what do you got there, Wink?
Lavey Panthers, 5 goals, 4-34 to lead the Wang Rovers, 0 goals, 3.
Wow.
Now, over the shoulder call, so this ball's coming back to Crisp. He got his kick away. They would have had the advantage, the Saints, but...
Everyone had stopped, Lukey.
Yeah. So Crisp. And he's going to go out to the far side. Short ball, picking up Jake Sharp. Feeds Reece Grant. They're on the move, the Saints. Left foot, beautiful. Into Jack Truan. He's proving a handful down there, Ben.
He is very lively. Gets some good spots.
Plays on to Murphy-Dale into the pocket. I don't know about that one. He's tied up against the boundary.
If anyone can kick this around the corner, it's LMD, Lukey.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Certainly can. But I think the big thing, it's already cost Wang three goals so far.
Lockie Murphy-Dale, right foot, low ball. Hayden comes out and knocks it through for 1 minor score. So 32 playing 25. Maggie's up by 7 on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. We're going over 9 minutes for Club Mulwala, second.
Just didn't get enough of that. We'll get to Benny Tallarico for Ava soon as Grossman tries to stream out of defence and then goes by hand. The pressure's just lifted here as a boundary throw-in will happen right in front of Benny Tallarico for Avis Wangaratta. The Saints have lifted their pressure, Benny.
Yeah, they have. They've been able to restrict Wang's ball movement this first part of this quarter, but I was just touching on the ill discipline costing Wang probably 3 goals with the 1 this quarter and the 2 in the first.
7 points the margin. It was 5 points at quarter time. There's a free kick here to the Wang Magpies for a ruck infringement. It's Matty Hayden at half-back onto Melville. Beautiful kick. A bullet finds Willow, who plays on straight away. Wheels around looking for Jackson Clark. The ball just didn't sit for him, and Ferguson reefs it away for the Saints. Clearing kick down the wing. Stays in play. A clever tap there from Melville onto Oscar Roberts, holding the ball. Ashton McPherson once again wins the free kick, and then just giving a little bit of advice to Oscar.
I love it.
I do not mind it from the young man. He just knows he's got a target on his back today, does Ashton McPherson. Hugs the boundary, looking for Riley Sharp. Has to be strong in the contest. Applies a good strong tackle on Melville. Energy up in this game, Luke Francis. Yeah. Ball up, 50 out. Goal. 32 plays 25. Maggie's up for CMB Truck and Bus.
Yeah, that's it, Panda. Adrenaline rising now. Miotto, right foot. This one's going out to bounds on the full. So the Maggies will get it back through Marjanovic. Right in front of the WB Richardson stand. Here he goes, Braden. Pick out here. So 5-2-32 plays 3-7-25. The Wang Magpies up over the Myrtleford Saints in the second term at Norm Inns. Tilly over the shoulder. So the Saints to get it through Petherbridge. So they're starting to work their way back into this footy game. Petherbridge gets Tilly, hand passes off to McPherson. Right foot, sends one into a dangerous spot. Good mark from Hewitt. Classy player, this guy. He rarely misses a target either. Comes this way to Melville. Miotto mans the mark. So Brad, now the Saints have manned up well here. He goes to centre wing. Curtis winding up at the back. Takes the mark, drops it in fact. Petherbridge searching for a teammate, smothered by Tilly. Now coming through was Motlop. Knowles goes down low, gets it out the back. Hayden. Now what's going on here? This one's coming back as well. So Knowles is going to take the kick for the Maggies. They're about 75 from home. They're kicking towards the club room's end.
That they are. How have you found the ruck contest, Benny, for Avis Wangaratta so far?
I think it's been quite even, to be honest. I think Riley's probably being a bit more dangerous going forward, but overall it's been pretty even. Chris
Knowles is going to chip this into the pocket. Big pack of players. Milford Alpine Saints go bang, clear the area with a defensive fist. And we have a boundary throw in 40 metres around for the Magpies goal. Inside 50 numbers this quarter, Winky, for 40 Winks.
3-7, Myrtleford's way, Panda. Pepper and the repeat inside 50s.
That they are. 32 plays 25. Maggie's up by 7 points. They kicked the first 2 goals of this quarter to lead by 17. Saints have kicked the last and a few behinds. Now we have another ball up. Just inside attacking 50 for the Maggies. Kicking to the bar reserve end, the club room's end. The club room's packed here on Ladies' Day, Luke Francis. The Wang Magpies Ladies' Day. They'll be doing some of their best work up there. An umpire 150 metres away.
Someone's down in the goal square.
Has seen a free kick, and someone's about to get carded here. I'm telling you now, an umpire
goal square
didn't see a single thing. So Laverty must have been hit off the ball, and Ferguson now has to leave the field. Is that right, Winky?
Well, if he's been reported, he will get a yellow card.
He just got yellow carded then.
Yeah, so 15 minutes for Nick Ferguson.
Well, that umpire was absolute in his decision.
Yep, he ran from 150 metres away, Lukey.
He bolted, so he's ultra confident in what he saw.
On report, yeah.
Yep, and Ferguson will have 15 minutes on the bench, and Myrtleford will be one down.
The umpires have just taken the niggle out of this game completely today. Yeah.
I've liked the way they've umpired.
I've liked it too.
They've been paying those ones off the ball, which can lead to.
They want pure footy. They want pure football.
So Xavier Laverty will have a free kick top of the goal square.
Yeah.
Who's been quiet today and has been ill-disciplined himself.
This will be Zave's fourth disposal for the day.
And he'll come in and he'll kick this into the bar reserve. Makes no mistake. He's on the board. The Magpies get their third of the quarter. And they extend that margin out to 13 points, 6-2-38 to 3 goals, 5 on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard.
BT, as a coach, how do you roll around now? Funky has 15 minutes with 17 players. What do you roll with, and how do you utilise that?
I think probably the easiest thing back is to slide and get a half forward to come up and replace. Just play with one less in your forward line. Look, sometimes it's actually not the worst thing because it actually can open up things ahead of the football, but it'll just it'll just be interesting because I feel like Wang are going to be able to utilise their spare really well. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, so it's back out to 13 points.
It's 3-7, sorry, Lukey.
Yep, that's it.
Wang have gone inside 53 times this quarter and kicked 3 goals.
Magpies have the lead. Thanks to CMV Truck and Bus. We're in the second term. We're going 15 minutes for Club Marwela. Here we go. Back in the centre. Let's get a clean start. There's Knowles. Marjanovic couldn't take it. Hewitt gets it out. Turns it over to Harrington. And Damon to true centre half forward for the Saints. Brand over his head. Grossman gets a fist to it. Here's Melville. And he comes out wide. Good kick. Now someone's been fouled, and that was Brad. Wow. So it goes. Now it's on in the background.
Oh, 50. Wow.
Players are getting sucked in left, right and centre. Oh. And I just feel like the umpires maybe a tad now also. Would you think, Benny, or
big
not?
Time. There's no need for that. Like a free kick, yeah, maybe, but there's not a 50 there. I think the umpires are probably a little bit...
just asserting themselves a little bit. They don't need to.
They don't. No, not at all. It's not that sort of a game at the moment. Like, there's a little bit at the start, but... I just think that you don't want to see this. It's just too much.
Okay, so this would get it out to 19 points. Hayden having a shot from 45. He nails it. Okay, so there'll be a bit of feeling at the next bounce, I reckon. This game is going to another gear because of all the decisions, I reckon, Wink.
Well, I thought that was going to get reversed, and then it was a 50. So I obviously looked at that one differently to the umpire, but... Yeah, I agree. That probably wasn't there. Maybe the free kick for the late bump on Squid, but that was probably all that was in that one, I think.
I agree. I totally agree. It was definitely not 50 metres. Like, that's just way too over the top. And it was the same one that gave the free kick earlier for the Laverty hit. So it'll be interesting to see how this pans out.
That it will. End of the day, players are going to have to be really careful now because the umpires have been... Oh, big hit there from Maraca. That was clean on Chris Knowles. That was a really good, clean hit. A good old-fashioned shirt front right down the middle. Knowlesy bounced straight back up as well. Tapped it towards Matty Munro. A lot of feeling in this game. Ellis, tackled by Bren. Will have a ball up to the left of the centre square. So a 4-goal-to-1 quarter in favour of the Wang Magpies. They led by 5 points at quarter time. They now lead by 19 points. Hewitt out of the stoppage. Goes forward. Pethbridge has been moved on to Laverty. Good kick. Finds Murphydale in the middle of the ground. Has to wait for his teammates to run forward to the footy and present. Spots up Del Bosco. They're playing one short here, repeating. Ferguson's been sent off the ground. Del Bosco left foot kick finds Damon Harrington, who's got the legs from this distance. Doesn't look confident, but he has the legs. He's going to go back 50 out slide angle.
Yeah, and I think the big thing is they couldn't go fast or deep then because Cam Barrett was playing as the spare on the deepest line of defence then for the Pies. So it was really good work by Myrtleford just to lower the eyes and hit the short. So this will be a big answer for Myrtleford if they can stem the momentum here.
Damon Harrington, such an important player for him now. Wing, half back. They need him to stand up here and get the distance. It just touched on the line. Looked pretty good, and it's through for one minor score. 3-8-26, 7-2-44. Margin back to 18 points for CMV Truck and Bus. Second quarter for Jacob Hino, 18 minutes.
Yeah, so they've just snuck away here, the Maggies, in the second term. Here's Grossman, short of the back pocket. Picks up Chet Roberts to Kennett. 45 out, defensive goal to Stevens. So they're still in their back 50. He's been called to play on. Goes down the Ovens River side here to true centre wing. Tilly got a hand to it. Maraca, nice work to Munro. Hewitt had him. Curtis. And then goes with a short ball. McCloonan comes in, gets a fist to it. Stevens gets it on to Hewitt. Back to Melville. So they're out now, the Maggies. They fire it in forward. Look at this. Young dropped it. And he'll win the free kick for chopping. And Benny Tellerico is not happy at all.
No, that one was probably there. So
okay,
I'm not gonna. I won't disagree with that one. But I think Tyson as a forward just looks so dangerous. He's just the size of him is just proving a real struggle for Myrtleford. And credit to Wang's ball use going in there. That was really tight hands in close then. And Squid Melville's as good as they get when it comes to delivering the football inside forward 50.
So this man has been so dangerous in the last 7 days. Tyson Young Tight in front of the bar. He liked it from the moment he struck it. That's a wonderful goal. A steer line goal of the day for Tyson Young. And he is on fire with 4 goals at Norm Inns.
He certainly is. This is incredible. Was that 4 goals for the game?
Yeah.
In the first half.
Yeah, there you go.
Wink.
Wow, what a start.
Your man is tearing it apart.
He is. This is some performance from Tyson Young. 5 disposals, 4 goals. He's 8 touches of 4-goal performance last week, Lukey.
So yeah. Tyson Young, hey?
What's that stat, Wink, in the last 7 days?
So he's had 13 touches and kicked 7 goals.
That's why you are number 1. You get up early and you do the work, Winky. You're the best in the business. Matty Munro over to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints now, who are playing with 1 man down. Nick Ferguson is on report and has been sent from the ground probably about 5 minutes ago. Joel Stevens wins it back for the Magpies. High ball marked at half forward by James McLuhan, who's already kicked 1 goal in this game. Kick into the pocket, looking for Young.
Oh.
When you're on, you're on. And he is lining up for his 5th goal in the exact same spot as the position he kicked his 4th from 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, they really, I think the effect of not having Ferguson back there and them having to shuffle all their matchups is really affecting Myrtleford now. Wang are just getting on top around the football and able to use the footy in space. I don't think the spare has really had that much of an impact because they're deciding to leave it at their last line. So this would be massive for Tyson.
In front of the can bar, Tyson Young, drop punt on the way this time. It's shallow and it's through for 1 point. He's kicked 4 goals, 1 in the opening half, and they extend the lead to 25 points. 8-3-51 to 3-8-26. It's a 5-goal to 1 quarter in favour of the Pies. They led by 5 points at quarter time, Lukey.
Yeah, they've broken it open. There's no doubt about that, Blake Escott. The Saints, it's on them now. It's over to the Tricolours to try and work their way back. Here's Maraca, short, Ovens Riverside to Damon Harrington. That's got to be 50. Has to be. Yeah, no, that's pretty ordinary from Jet Roberts. He just overran the mark.
I don't think he thought it went 15.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was pretty obvious, that one, Panda. But anyway, here's Harrington. And he's 70 out, and he sends it into the pocket. Riccardi dropped it. Boarding on over him. They're both fighting away for it, and the umpire will take it in. Evans Street end. 51 playing 26 here. Magpies up over the Saints. And we have gone over 22 in the second term here for Club Mulwala.
We have second quarter for Jacob Hino here at the Norm Inns. Marjanovic reefs it out of there down the far side. Bouncing ball in front of Maraca and also Jet Roberts. Roberts got rid of his man, then got one high, and then got suplexed by Damon Harrington. Fair to say there has been a bit of feeling in this game, Benny, for Avis.
Yeah, there certainly has. Clearly they don't like each other, so this will be one to watch. But the umpires are, yeah, as we said, staying on top of it, that's for sure.
They certainly are. Barrett, that's Cam, the boy from Balranald. How many's he had, Wink?
Not taking his numbers today, but averaging 26 for the year.
So he's averaging 26, and you said stuff ya.
Yep.
Winky does what Winky wants. Grossman. Game 200 for the start. Finds his good mate Michael Boarding on, who wants to come inboard. He's on centre wing. They're going to switch laterally again and go back out to the Ovens Riverside through Harry Smart. Jet Roberts now. And now Cam Barrett, who has his second possession in this string of play.
Yeah, they're in full control here. Back to Roberts. They come broadcast side to Smart. He's playing a good game for the Maggies. And he goes short. That's nice. To Mapleson. Oh, that kick wasn't great. Hewitt picks it up on the half volley. Watch this. Watch him go. One bounce. He pops it up. He it towards goal. That is brilliant from Harrison Hewitt. A class act and kicks a steer line goal of the day. One of the best for the year.
Yeah, I think he's really starting to show, boys, what a VFL preseason can do to your game. He's covering the ground extremely well. His ball use has been fantastic. And he's finishing as well. Like, that's as good as it gets, really, from outside 50. So that was a great goal then. But I think it showed the ball use then. Wang weren't rushed. They were happy to chip it around and wait for their the middle. And Harry Smart was the one to pull the trigger then, and it paid off dividends. So it's really, really good ball movement by the Pies.
Really bold play from Harry Smart there. But Harry Hewitt's up to the tender in this match. Really starting to get on top with 7 in this second term.
That's 4 in a row. And the margin's now out to 31 points. It's a breaking point here for the Saints, who are playing with 1 man down. after Nick Ferguson was sent from the ground earlier this quarter for an off-the-ball incident with Xavier Laverty. The hard part about this is there'll be no footage at all because it was so far off the play, off the ball. So it'll be one word against the other. Mapleson swung around in a tackle. Previous goal kicker Hewitt dropped, caught holding the ball. And the Saints can try and just bring the margin bit here. Late stage of second quarter. Munro, good kick into the pocket, dropping a pretty easy mark was Jake Sharp, and then has to fight for the footy at ground level and threw it. He tapped the ball between his legs and he cupped it for a throw. Did Jake Sharp, and Lockie Di Sebastiano has the ball in front of the scoreboard. Deep in defence for the Pies, and they've effected this switch beautifully. Fraser Ellis has it. Ignored Joel Stevens. Now goes to Joel Stevens. Has it at half-back, broadcast wing. Really good second quarter here for the Wang Magpies. Stevens sets it up. Tilly pushed his opponent crisp in the back. And that's a free kick to Myrtleford.
Dangerous as well.
On centre wing. It certainly was Benny Tell. Here's Lukey Francis for Wang Pump Shop. Late stage of second quarter. It's the Pies by 31 points.
Yeah, Panda, and by gee, they're in some sort of form at the moment, the Wang Football Club. I know we've got a long way to go in this game, but so professional. There's Curtis to Petherbridge. Laverty mans the mark, so the Maggies have got them stacked up here. The Saints with nowhere to go. Petherbridge right out wide, good kick. Picks up Brady Sharp in front of the bar where Ben Reid is standing in a white T-shirt, Panda. And I reckon he's having a few light refreshments, the former coach of the Wang Maggies. Very good guy, and he's one of our favourites here on O&M Live, isn't he?
That he is. He certainly is.
Correct if I'm wrong, Panda, but does he coach Harry Hewitt in the VFL with Footscray?
I know he's got a development role at the Bulldogs, so I'm not sure if he's involved directly with their VFL program, but I've seen him in the box with Bevo and those big quads. Inside 50, the Magpies go once again. Tilly caught out the back. Crisp just barrels it out of defence in the middle of the Norm Mins. Roberts and Bren make a contest. Bren gets the ball back at ground level. Kicks to a one-on-one. Lockie Murphy-Dale out the back. Well done by Michael Bordignon. Up tall in the contest, and the Magpies through Oscar Roberts. Rebound out of defensive 50. Ellis kicked down the wing, looking for Tilly. He's got Curtis to beat. Does well. Inboard and pass, looking for Marjanovic. Has been intercepted by Maraka, but there's a free kick for a high. It's coming back to Aidan Tilly, right in front of our broadcast position. And the Magpies are going to open up the middle of the Norm Mins once again through Barrett. Kicks off a step. Inside 50 again. Tyson Young. Too big, too strong. Take your pick. He'll beat all of them, and he's lining up for goal number 5 directly in front.
Yeah, like we said, boys, so Cam Barrett is the spare at the moment, and that's perfect utilisation of him there. That was a fantastic kick. If Cam Barrett's kicking the ball inside forward 50 for the Pies, they're going to be kicking a lot of goals because we know how well he uses the football.
He spoke pre-season about this guy's size and strength. It is on display here. Pops it through for goal number 5 for Tyson. And the margin's now out to 37 points at the Norm Mins Oval. How many disposals, Winky, for goals?
He's had 14 touches in the last 2 weeks with 8 goals, but today he's had 7 disposals and 5 goals. Yeah. Absolutely out of control, Lukey Francis.
Yeah, we know he won a Reynolds medal in the Essendon District League. I think he won it in the B comp as well, didn't he, Panda? The best and fairest medal. And was this guy on an AFL list at any stage or not? I mean, it's just, he has been unreal today.
I think he did some VFL
football. With the Bull Ants from memory.
Yeah, when he was younger, but not on an AFL list.
He liked a good time by his own reports.
Ah, there you go. And speaking... We'll have a great time in the Macca's halftime show here at Norm Mins Oval because of a long break. It is the Wang Magpies. They are in sensational form. They lead 10-3-63 at the moment over the Myrtleford Alpine Saints 3-8-26. This is O&M Live, and remember, on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
SS&A, this is your place.
All right. I love you. Have a good shift.
The all-new Nissan Navara. built for the grid shift.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shorty get inspired. How about that? How about that? This time, shorty get.
Explore where your new home begins. Discover our designs. Discover local land. Discover what's possible. Visit Sundancer Homes' new sales centre and showroom at 482 Kiowa Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Drive 3.5. Embrace the mid.
No one celebrates life like you do. At Tobin Brothers Funerals, we're here to help you celebrate the life of your loved one, your own special way. Tobin Brothers Funerals, celebrating lives.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
This goes out to all the athletes, the fitness buffs, and the huff and puffs. On your marks, get set. Find your perfect fit at the athlete's foot.
O&M Live on Edge FM.
Welcome back to the Norm Mints Oval, where it has been the Tyson Young show. He has 5 goals in the first half, and the Magpies have a healthy lead at half-time. It's 10-3-63 to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, 3-8-26, a 37-point margin at the main break. Half-time, all thanks to Macca's, the Dunk Chicken Range happening right now at Macca's, and, of course, the loose change menu as well. So get on down to Macca's. I'll be going in there on the way home, and I can assure you of that. David Wink alongside me, Blake Penderecott and Benny Tallarico. Winky, run through some of the numbers in the first half after the Magpies put the foot down in that second quarter, kicking 7 goals to 1.
Well, we'll do the team stats, which the centre clearances are actually in Myrtleford's favour, 10-5. Free kicks, 14-15, Myrtleford's way. Inside 50s, 18-19, so even there. 5-6 marks inside forward 50 Myrtleford's way, and 5-6 marks intercept-wise Myrtleford's way as well. For Wangaratta, Tyson Young's dominating, seven disposals, 5 goals.
Wow.
Harry Hewitt and Joel Stevens, 10 touches apiece. And then for Murderford, Ashley McPherson, 13 touches on the 40-wing stat sheet. Simon Curtis with 8 as well, playing probably a little bit of a quieter game to the first few weeks of the season, but still finding plenty of the footy.
Yeah, is there a matchup at all that you can see on ground level, Benny, that's on Simon Curtis from the Magpies, or has he just been a little quiet?
No, I think he's just been a bit quiet. I think Jackson Clark was the direct matchup for a fair portion of that first half. And I think when you've got to play on someone of Jackson's calibre, you've probably got to be a little bit more accountable. But I think just with how the state of play has been, like Murdoch really haven't been able to get into their control and their chip mark. Wang have been super, super strong at just defending the ground and stopping the short and forcing them long. So overall, I think, Wang have just have picked up where they left off last week in terms of their ball control and their ball movement. But losing Ferguson early in that piece, it just hurts. I think this comp is too good and hard enough as it is when it's 22 versus 22, you take one out and it makes it very hard. And Wang, as a good team does, made Myrtleford pay that quarter.
Yeah, so just repeating that Nick Ferguson was sent from the ground at maybe the 12th, 13-minute mark of that second quarter for an off-the-ball incident on Xavier Laverty. None of us saw it because it was so far off the ball, and the umpire furthest away, I reckon he was at the edge of the defensive square, ran from 150 metres away to get the card out and sent Nick Ferguson off the ground. So it's a big call to make, but the umpire saw something, and that'll be dealt with during the week.
It doesn't happen often, does it?
No, not at all. No. So anyway, that'll be dealt with during. The Middleford Alpine Saints probably didn't adjust as well during that period. I mean, they went forward a few times, Benny, but they didn't look all that damaging. And the Magpies, since he was sent off the ground, I mean, Laverty kicked a goal at the 14th minute. That was the incident. They then kicked another 4 after that. Yeah, they did. They got in a roll, especially around the centre stoppage. But, it looked like Jace was just happy for Cam Barrett to play as a spare on the deepest line and then pretty much just go as he pleased. I think if I'm Myrtleford, I probably wouldn't want Cam Barrett being the spare, given how dangerous he is. And I think that last goal to Tyson Young, Cam was the one delivering the ball inside forward 50. So, it's going to take a little bit. I think Myrtleford probably have to ask a question a little bit more. I don't think they're getting enough from their forwards from a second effort perspective. I feel like Wang have been really good at following up at ground level. So I think Funky will be sort of putting it on Cooper and a few of the other forwards and even Big Riley just to sort of give a little bit more of a contest inside forward 50. Yep, goal kickers in that first half, 5 to Tyson Young, as we've spoken about. He has 5 as the Wangaratta Magpies have 9. Singles to Xavier Laverty, Aidan Tilley, James McCloonan and Matt Hayden. And then for the Middleford Alpine Saints, just the 3 goal kickers. The 3 goals and the 2 goal kickers. Jack Truan with 2 and Riley Sharp with 1. So the Middleford Alpine Saints have a fair bit of work to do, it's fair to say, in the second half, Winky, to get themselves back into this contest. Yeah, they certainly do. And as Benny alluded to there, they had a lot of inside forward 50s in that back end of the middle period of that second term, but didn't look dangerous with their forwards and their second efforts. The ball hit the ground and come back out. Yes, they were getting repeat entries inside 50, but they were sort of amounting to nothing, really. They missed a couple of easy shots as well, but young Cooper Thomason, he's kicked 10 goals in his first couple of games, hardly been cited so far today. They'd want a little bit more from him. Riley Sharp as well. Jack Truan looks like the only dangerous one down there at the moment. Good. Lockie Murphy-Dale's only had the 4 touches, being well held by Jet Roberts, it looks like. So, they've got a few issues up in that forward line, and it's been a real strength of theirs, the diversity they've had so far this year. I think the biggest thing is probably the back line. I think Wang's building a back line. I think we talk about their forward half. Obviously, Tyson's going really well, and Tilly, then Laverty, and then you've got the luxury of having a 4th forward in the form of Jackson Clark. Like, it's a really strong forward line, but I look at the other side of things, and I look at their back line. I think Boards has had some fantastic moments, one-on-one. I think in that last quarter, going back with the flight, was able to bring the ball to ground and half probably what would have been a certain goal for Myrtleford. And then you've got Lockie Di Sebastiano, who's playing a real role for them down there and having a great impact at his new club. And then I think this year, we are starting to see the emergence of Jet Roberts and his younger brother Oscar as well, playing some really strong football. And then Harry Smart, I think this has probably been Harry's best game for the season so far, doing his job defensively, but actually giving them a bit of drive off the half back line as well. So I think Wangaratta are really putting together a strong back line, and they seem pretty settled there. And I think the luxury that Jace has is you've got a bloke playing at centre half forward and Tilly that could go back there and probably be one of the best key backs in the comp as well. So
a lot of luxuries at the moment for the Wang Magpies, and it's working well for them.
Certainly is. We might go around the grounds if we can, Winky. Half-time in the other games in the Ovens and Murray, all thanks to Everton Farm Supplies. There's one blowout that I want to speak about, but most games are all pretty tight at the moment, it's fair to say.
Yeah, all pretty tight. Wang Rovers and Lavington. The Rovers have come back. Lavington still lead, though. 5 goals, 6:36 to 4 goals, 6:30. Cora Rutherglen down by 1 point, 26 to 27 against Yarrawonga. And then Albury Tigers, 3 goals, 8-26, lead the Bulldogs, 3 goals, 1-19. But that one you're alluding to, Panda, 65, 10 goals, 5-65, North Albury to 2 goals, 3, Wodonga Raiders, 15. Julian Hayes and Tim Broomhead with 3 goals apiece.
Yeah, so that was the margin. I didn't think there'd be a margin that big in that game. It's fair to say we all thought that was probably going to be pretty close after last week, but looks as if there's some pretty close games in other contests, Winky, which is good to see. That the Lavington Panthers jumped out of the blocks against the Wangaratta Rovers, so it looks like they've worked their way back into that contest.
Yeah, well, they were up. I think when we did around the grounds halfway through the quarter, they were sort of 28-3 or something. Yeah. So the Rovers have really pulled one out there. Nathan Cooper's kicked 2 goals. Whether he started back and has gone forward and changed things up, we're unsure. Obviously, we're not calling that game today, but 4 goals 6 to 5 goals 6 in that one. You've got to take your chances when you have them.
You certainly do. Repeating the score here, half-time at the Norm Minns Oval. The Wangaratta Magpies in cruise control. They lead 10-3, 63 to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, 3-8-26. It's a 37-point margin in favour of the Wangaratta Magpies. If you're Funky Miller, Benny, what are you doing to get yourself back into the ball game? I'm not sure how long is left for Nick Ferguson to come back on the ground. Maybe a couple of minutes, if that, but so. Maybe 2 or 3 minutes. But they just got to get better looks inside forward 50.
They do, yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if they potentially look to play Simon Curtis on ball. Just try and get him into the game a little bit more. Hasn't been doing too much off half-back, so he'd be one that could definitely have an instant impact going inside to start this and probably just steady things for them. The other one I probably wouldn't mind to see, I think he's played a great game up into the first half. Down back, he's Ashton McPherson, whether Ashton's someone who could spend a little bit more time around the football. He's finding plenty of it. He's 13, I think it is, Wink, for the half, so I think he's someone that could give them something in there. And whether or not they look to change their forward line, I'm not too sure. Whether or not you try and isolate one of the forwards. I mean, Lockie Murphy-Dale is someone, as we said, can get hot and kick a couple of goals in a short period of time. So whether they try and isolate him with his matchup and Riley rolls up and plays a bit higher. So, yeah, you've got to try and do something. But as I said, I think being a man down for pretty much a whole quarter of football, it does not help at all. And I think that's going to be something that is going to help once Nick Ferguson's able to return back into the field.
We might take a break here on our halftime show, all thanks to Maccas here on 102.1 Edge FM's O&M Live. The Magpies lead by 37 points at halftime over the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. It's O&M Live. And remember, on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
SS&A, this is your place.
All right. I love you. Have a good shift.
The all-new Nissan Navara, built for the grid shift.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shorty get inspired. How about that? This time, shorty get.
Explore where your new home begins. Discover our designs. Discover local land. Discover what's possible. Visit Sundancer Homes' new sales centre and showroom at 482 Kiowa Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Drive 3.5. Embrace the mid.
No one celebrates life like you do. At Tobin Brothers Funerals, we're here to help you celebrate the life of your loved one, your own special way. Tobin Brothers Funerals, celebrating lives.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
This goes out to all the athletes, the fitness buffs, and the huff and puffs. On your marks, get set. Find your perfect fit at the athlete's foot.
FM.
Welcome back to the Norman's Oval, where the Wangaratta Magpies are in control as the third quarter is about to get underway. Here at the Middleford against the Middleford Alpine Saints, they lead by 37 points here on 102.1 Edge FM's O&M Live. Blake Pandarescott with you, Lukey Francis. Benny Tellerico's just headed back down to the boundary for Ovis Wangaratta. And David Wink, Aubrey-Donga's favourite small man. There's a little photo of Lukey Francis, beautiful girl, bought a collie. Bess pops up on the screen, Lukey.
That's Bess. How are your two hounds going?
Yeah, they're going good.
Dudley and
Daphne.
Daphne.
The two Ds, Dudley and Daphne. Yeah. They're going along okay, are they, Lukey Francis? Alrighty, so both teams getting into their positions. A reminder, Nick Ferguson still off the ground, Lukey Francis.
Yeah, whilst we're on the subject of dogs, I want you to pick up your binoculars, have a look out towards that, see that second light tower there on the left? Have a look at the size of the dog.
Where's this, Lukey?
Just left of the second light tower there. How big is that dog out there? Can you see him? Over the white sponsorship sign there. Can you see him?
That is a big dog.
It's a big dog. What kind do you reckon?
A Mastiff of some sort.
He's huge.
Yep.
He's loving it in the sun.
He is indeed.
And for those listening at home,
it's great radio.
It's great radio.
Great radio. But there is a big dog here at the Norman's Oval.
He's a monster. You can put a saddle on him.
Third quarter about to get underway here for Aubrey-Donga MG. Get in and see Mimo and the crew at Aubrey-Donga MG. Can the Saints come back, Lukey Francis?
37-point margin. Blake Ascott, here we go. Knowles won the tap. Miotto on his foot. Well done by Damon Harrington, and he breaks away for the Saints. Left foot. He sends it towards goal. Oh, bouncing through for 1-1 to score a push. Yeah. So the Saints get it, and Lockie Di Sebastiano is not real happy.
Yeah, how clean was that by Damon Harrington then? He took that footy at top pace and was able to break away from the contest and give Big Riley an opportunity. And play in front, you always ask the question.
So he's got one on the board, Riley. This one from a tough angle. Will he go the drop punt or will he run around? He's going with the hook kick. 15 to 20 out and steers it through. So that's the start they wanted in the second half. It's back to 31 points on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard, 2 for Riley.
It'll be interesting. Sorry, Wink. I was just going to say it's going to be interesting. I'm just keeping an eye. They've got a high-vis vest out the window there to signify once the 20 minutes is up. So it'll be really interesting to see how soon that'll be, because I feel like it was probably only 3 or 4 minutes into that next quarter. So you wouldn't have thought it's going to be much longer for Nick Ferguson. He'd
still have a couple of minutes there. Damien Harrington bursting away. He's up to the 8 disposed on the 40-week stat sheet. He's had a really good season, but would like to find the ball a few more times in this second half if the Saints had to come back.
And Winky, you used to be one of these big wigs that work at AFL North East Border. Just repeating, how many minutes of game time are you off the ground for?
15, and it's game time too, so the half time or anything like that does not count.
And stoppages and so forth as well. So 15 minutes of game time for Nick Ferguson, and usually they stick the yellow flag out the window, but they must not have one here. They've got the vest out the window. Once that goes down, he can come on the ground. Swinging around and getting tackled was Maraca, but he got a kick away. Harrington was pushed off the football as someone cracks a beautiful cold can down below us. Riley Smith tackled by Jackson Clark. That is the sound of perfection, Luke Francis. A cold, frothy.
Yeah, there you go.
Smith.
Are you one of those that has home brew in your back shed?
No, I'm not at all. No, okay. Don't have the time for that. Knowles won a free kick. Hand pass it to Ellis, who was brought down in a strong tackle. Gave it back to Knowlesy. Short hit up was punched away by the Saints. Grossman tackled straight away by Maraca.
Great tackle.
Big tackle by Joshy Maraca, who has been big in this game. He was chosen in the interleague squad a couple of weeks ago. He hand passes to Del Bosco, gives it back to Maraca, and he goes back to Del Bosco. And Mitch has to get it away pretty quickly. Misses his target, Munro. Bren was clean at ground level. Munro into the pocket. Brody has to run onto this ball. Will it sit? It just does. And then it's run over the line by the Wangaratta Magpie defence. And we'll have a boundary throw and 30 around for Myrtleford's goal, who have kicked the only goal in this third quarter. The margin is at 31 points in favour of the Pies, thanks to Harvey Norman betting.
So the Saints are pressing second half. Boundary umpire with the pill. About to shoot it back into play. The young man, here he goes. And he makes it a good one. So Sharp taps it down in front. That was Riley. Jet Roberts taken by Munro. And that was a quick call, but David Wink believes the right one. I can see him nodding.
It was there.
Yeah, and the energy's lifted from Myrtleford. You can see they've come out with a real intent to try and start this quarter well, to get their way back into this game. So this is exactly what the coaches would have wanted.
Munro lays it off to Ashton McPherson, so the angle's better, but they're further out. So he's 60 from home at the moment. He's got to try and pick off a kick here, surely. Or is he going to go with everything he's got? He's winding up for it now, and that's not good at all. A wasted kick, I believe, Benny.
Yeah, very wasted. I think I just had to go top of the goal square if he wasn't going to try and hit a lead.
Yeah, I don't reckon
nope.
Coach Funky Miller will be happy with that.
I don't think Funky Cold Medina, as Bobby Jackson called him all last week, would be happy with that at all.
Who?
Funky Cold Medina. I think it's an artist. I think it's a band. I don't know.
In the 1940s.
It was Bobby Jackson. Our man. Cam Barrett goes short to Harry Hewitt in the back pocket. Goes out wide. Finds Fraser Ellis, who's been busy in the blue boots today. Chips it down the wing to a one-on-one contest. Curtis punched the football and then tried to claim the mark as he got the rebound. On to Cooper Thomason. Hurried kick inside 50. Big pack of players. Sharp just pushed his opponent in the back. Gives away a free kick as Declan Brennan snuck out the back of the contest. There's a free kick to the Maggies. They switch it to Harry Smart. He's hemmed in deep into his back pocket. Goes short to Harry Hewitt. How many now, Wink?
Harry Hewitt, this will be number 13.
Kicked a really good goal in the second quarter. As he labours out of defence. Not a great kick. Turned over, and Ashton McPherson marks the ball on the wing. He's got options in the middle of the ground.
Third turn for Aubrey Wodonga MG. They go in looking for Sharp. Roberts went back with the flight. Thomason, right foot is usually pretty good from here. Grossman, and takes the mark, does Matt. Geez, good down back. So Matt now 50. So he was calling Declan Bren back on the mark, the umpire. And Declan, I think, was ignoring that man in green. Now Grossman's away here as they get 50. He's bursting through the middle of Norm Means. Goes forward. Now where's Young? A nice chopping off from Crisp, who got back with a double fist up. Petherbridge gets it out. Stevens, wins it back for the Maggies. Tilly spots someone up into Melville. Great footy from the Maggies.
That was great composure then by Tilly. Just look back into the corridor, and sure enough, a few midfielders queuing up there to make the most of that. But again, it just hurts. And I think when you give any team that much space for the middle of the ground, they're going to make you pay.
Yeah, so Brad Melville with the footy. He's been a great pickup for the Maggies, this guy. How many seasons now, Panda? 2 or 3?
Yeah, of course, he was a Maggie junior, played in that 29-17 grand final maybe. I can't remember, but it's been a good pickup since he's come back.
Certainly has. This to get it back out to 37. He's pushed that one right.
Ferguson back on the ground, boys. It's all done.
64 plays 32. Maggie's up over the Saints on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard. We're going 6.5 third term.
For Club Mulwala, just repeating, Nick Ferguson, who was sent from the ground at the 14th minute mark of the second quarter, is back on the ground. And here we'll have a date.
He's just whacked Matty Hayden too.
He'll have a date at the SSNA club during the week because I reckon they'll contest that. It's an automatic report. Jake Sharp has it in the middle of the ground. Goes really wide, 30 metres out wide. Ovens River wing. It was a tumbling old kick in 50, inside 50 rather, from Murphy Dale as Ellis sees it over the line. Well, the boundary thrown in front of the Tradelink Canberra.
It always amazes me, those off-ball incidents, Panda. The people who see it through 5 different sets of eyes, you get 5 completely different opinions.
Yep, and I reckon that's how it'll be contested during the week. Boundary throw-in. Deep in attack here for the Saints, who've kicked the only goal in this third quarter for Orbadonga MG. Del Bosco getting busy, tackled by a couple of Maggies, and we'll have a ball up 30 out from the Saints' goal. Fair to say they need the next couple too, Lukey.
They do. Let's have a look. Now, breaking away Mapleson, nice work from him. Now, he spotted one out here. That was a great kick to Jackson Clark. Now, Kennett streaming up the ground. Jackson Clark goes longer, looking for Brad Melville, gets him. Gee, that was wonderful delivery. Ashton McPherson brings him down. Good umpiring there because I thought Brad was nearly off. Here he goes into the pocket to Laverty. Looking directly into the sun, but the umpire's paid the mark. And Benny, you believe it maybe early.
Oh, I don't know. It's a hard life for defenders as it is, but I actually thought he did a good job to spoil it. I don't know whether or not he chopped the arms in the process, but that might have been the free kick.
Yeah, I reckon it's a hard life for umpires too, to be fair. But here's Laverty, left foot. No, misses that one.
Hits the...
Yeah, 65, plays 32. Maggie's in control here at Normins on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard. We're in the third term. I've got an 8.5 for Club Mulwala. Here's Blake Escott for the Wang Pump Shop.
We'll get to Winky soon with a 40 Winks stat update. As Sharp goes straight down the high little looking for the mark of Thomason. The Maggies win it back through Grossman, who dummied and took a bounce. Goes out wide. Jackson Clark just pushed Del Bosco. And then Del Bosco must have given a free kick away, Benny, for front on contact. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So a free kick to Jackson Clark, who hurries inside forward 50 with a penetrating kick looking for Young. Pethbridge takes a nice mark in defence for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, who are trying to play on at all costs here and go really quickly as Curtis links up with a 1-2. Arcelotto Miotto gives it back to Curtis. This time he kicks. Little 15-metre side one out to Del Bosco. Gives it back to Simon Curtis. 4 possessions in the chain. Kicks it towards Riley Sharp. In a one-on-one with Di Sebastiano. Under the pump are the Magpies defence. Lockie Murphy-Dale missed his foot from point-blank range.
Oh, wow.
And was rushed off the football, and Grossman punches it over the line for a minor score. All he had to do was make contact with the left slipper, and he missed, and it's through for a minor score.
Great calling from Blake Escott on O&M Live. Thanks to the Wang Pump Shop. Gee, they defended for dear life there, Benny Tallarico, the Maggies.
Oh, they did so well to get back. And I think to start the year, Lockie Di Sebastiano's had some really good one-on-one battles with the key forwards of opposition. So he's holding his own at the moment.
Round 5, O&M action. The Maggies on top against the Saints. 65 plays 33 on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard. Wink, we'll get our leading possession getter for both teams thanks to 40 Winks. Hang on a second. Jack Truan's taken a mark. Harry Smart's turned it over. He's had such a good day, but that one didn't come off the boot well, Benny.
No, unfortunately. And look, credit to Jack being alert as the forward, identifying where the dangerous space was going to be and knowing that Wang are trying to move the football through the corridor at all costs. So just a good heads-up play then from Jack, and hopefully he can go back and kick his third.
Yeah, he can find a goal, this guy, Jack Truan. So he's 35 out. Slide angle. Clubroom's end. And Jack pops it up. And he doesn't like it. He's missed it. So 65 playing 34. So they need everything to go right, Saints. And at the moment, it's a hefty margin in favour of the Maggies. So 65 playing 34 on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard.
Third quarter for Orbidonga MG. We might go to Winky with a quick stats update for 40 Winks.
Harry Hewitt leading for the Magpies with 13. Ashton McPherson for the Saints with 15.
14 scoring shots to 15, yet the margin sits at 31 points in favour of the Pies. Scrimmage out on the far side. Riley Smith applying some pressure. Turnover, and the Magpies on the rebound through Melville. Inside 50, 1-on-1. Laverty and Ferguson in a wrestle. And Ferguson wins out for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Goes out to the half-back flank, finds Motlop, who's been quiet for Myrtleford. Hugs the boundary line. Good kick, finds Riley Smith, who's going to give it back to Matty Motlop. Trying to inject a bit of pace into the ball game. Missed his opponent, teammate there in Murphy Dale, who was clean to get it back from Miotto. Inside 50. Riley Sharp's provided a target all day. It's been a great battle with him and Lockie Di Sebastiano, who looks a little bit lame on that right quad. Boundary throw in deep in attack for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, who trail by 31 points at the 12th minute mark of this third quarter for Club Mulwala.
Benny, Jet Roberts is doing great work as a third man up. He knows when to peel off and really impact the contest.
Yeah, he does. He's come a long way in that aspect of his game.
Now Smith sits under this, takes the mark for the Saints. And he's going to square this one up to Truson half forward. Damon Harrington has the ball. Now there's 75 out. Can he get any space inside the forward line? Goes into the attacking zone at the moment. Grossman, no, he marked it. Ball came to ground. Riley Sharp got it up in the air. Miotto, he's claimed in a tackle by Marjanovic. And the umpire will take it 25 out directly in front. Clubroom's end.
I've had a text message panda come through from Zachy Hayden saying your comment about me being a big week under him is a big stretch.
That's probably a fair call from our man Zachy Hayden. Kicked out of the stoppage from the Wang Magpies, and Clark happy to see it over the line for a boundary throw. We might go around the grounds if we can, Winky, for Everton Farm Supplies and get an update on some of the other close games in round 5. SSNA Ovens and Murray action.
Lamington still lead over the Wang Rovers. 7 goals, 7:49 to 5 goals, 8:38.
We'll get another one from you soon. Maybe Corowa and Yarrawonga when you can. That game was close last time I saw it. Ball up maybe now, Winky.
So 6 goals, 5:41. The Pigeons lead 5 goals, 5:35. And North Albury still comfortably over the Raiders.
There's a free kick from the ruck contest here going the way of Ryan Crisp. He's just inside forward 50 here. That's where the mark is. He'll have to kick from outside 50, goes to Sharp. Good kick. He's only a few metres in front of where Ryan Crisp was.
15, you reckon, Panda?
Just. It'll take his best effort here, Jake Sharp. He'll have to kick this from 50, tight angle, maybe 5 metres in from the boundary, Benny.
This is going to take his best, and I think the biggest thing that Funky, he would have challenged his leaders at half-time, asking for a bit more. So if Sharpie can go back and kick this, I think there'll be a bit of a celebration here to get the boys up and about. 14
minutes played for Club Mulwala in this third quarter. Margin sits at 31 points. Jake Sharp, drop punt on the way, is straight through the middle. He needed his best and he brought it. Easy as you like from Jake Sharp. And the margin's back to 25 points here on O&M Live for Harvey Norman Betting.
Beautiful finish then by Sharpie, and I think that could be a little spark that they just need. I feel like they've started this quarter really, really well. If they can string a couple more together, we've got a game here, lads. So I feel like ever since it's been evened up from a numbers point of view, started to get their ball movement and their forward half game going.
I think Riley Smith's really getting on top on that in that ruck duel. He's had 5 disposals in this third term. Has really just got the ball going the Myrtleford Saints way.
Yeah, this is good because we're going to learn a bit about the Saints of 2026 right here. So as Blake Escott said, back to 25 points the margin. Back in the centre, Grease Grant, hand passes, Stevens pinched it, tried to duck around Munro, nicely done off to Hewitt. Can he kick his second? Sends it to home, it's right, it's through for a minor score. 66 playing 40. 66 playing 40, Maggie's up on the Harvey Norman betting. So we're going close to 16 here in the third term. thanks to Aubrey Wodonga MG. Kick out coming away through Curtis. How many's he got? Wink, I know that was a kick out from full-back. Ferguson, nice mark.
Simon Curtis up to 14 on
thanks
the 40
to 40
wings.
wings. Smith up on true centre wing as the Saints have possession.
They've transferred the footy down the Ovens River side of the ground. He's going to pop this over the top to Motlop, who's just starting to get involved in this third quarter. For Harvey Norman betting, surveys his options, kicks into the pocket, Sharp caught a couple deep. Ball now at ground level. Smart just copped one a little high. It's a free kick to Harry Smart here. In defence for the Wang Magpies, who's been good today. One of the most improved players in the last couple of years, Harry Smart. One of the first picked every week for the Pies. So the only 2 goals in this third quarter going to the way of the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Not a great kick from Harry Smart, looking for a teammate out there, and Lockie Kennett. And we have a boundary throw in on the far wing. Called half forward here for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, who trail 5-10-40 to the Pies 10-6-66. Here's Lukey Francis for the Wang Pump Shop.
I might make it quite clear, Blake Escott, that Ben Reid has a can of Coke in his hands, because I understand you received a textie from him. Smith gets it away to Grant. Ordinary kick along the ground. Barrett, nice work to Jet Roberts. Marjanovic, look at that, to Grossman. So professional out of the back line. This one to Clark. They're in some sort of form. Curtis is going to pick it off, though. That was deliberate as it gets, but they don't pay it in the O&M, Benny Tallarico.
No, they don't pay it at all, and they haven't paid it, but everyone always seems to ask the question.
And don't stop asking the question too.
You never know unless you ask, Blake.
Exactly right, Winky. You know a lot about that, my friend.
Hey, come on now.
Boundary throw in.
Hey.
Riley Kelly it on to Del Bosco. Now Munro links up by hand to Miotto. Here's a bit of run and gun on to Cooper Thomason, who swings around on the right, finds Riley Sharp. Best ball movement of the day for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. And Riley Sharp will line up for his 3rd goal, Benny, for Avis.
Yeah, he certainly will, but we can sort of see the impact that Simon Curtis is having on the game now. I feel like he's really inserted himself and he's setting everything up across half-back. So, yeah, this would be massive for the Saints if he can go back and slot this.
Just to back that up, Benny, 7 touches for Simon Curtis in this third term.
2 goals, 1 for Riley Sharp. Directly in front. This will bring the margin back to 20 points if he nails this one. Casual approach, kick on the way is pretty good for Riley. He's got his 3rd. That's how many the Saints have kicked in this third quarter. All 3 goals, and the margin for Harvey Norman betting is back to 20 points.
Yep, game on. Game on now. So this is where it's over to Wang now, especially around the middle. Like you said, Winky, I feel like Riley's probably got a bit of ascendancy in this third quarter, so it's up to Knowlesy and the Wang mids to really get to work. But I feel like Wang have just done a great job at restricting Myrtleford's done a great Wang's ball movement. They haven't been able to really get any flow on like they had in the first half, so that's been a credit to them and making those adjustments at halftime.
They've only had the 5 inside 50s in this third term, Wangaratta, compared to the Saints' 10.
And we should mention again too, if you just flicked on O&M Live and you're wondering where Jackson East is for Myrtleford, he was picked by the Greater Western Sydney Giants this weekend. Their VFL team, Laverty, has been paid the markdown for it. Well, I don't know about that one, Benny.
Yeah, my view just got blocked a little bit. It didn't look like he got the full mark, but because by the time he landed, Simon Curtis was running away with it. So,
yeah,
I don't know if he had too much of that one.
Okay, so Xavier Laverty to again take it out to 26 points as he steps out his run-up. And this one, again, would make it hard for the Saints because they've worked so hard to get back into this one. Xavier Laverty, yep, so that one hurts. So that's 2 for Xavier. And it's back out to 26 points for the Maggies on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard.
Yeah, and like we said, it was back over to the Magpies, and Joel Stevens stood up with a really strong centre clearance then. So, like we said, I think the battle's going to be around the football. I don't think Myrtleford are out of this, though. I think they've done a great job in getting back into it, and look, Wang are good enough to respond. But I still think we've got a good game here, guys.
A lot of talk about Tyson Young over the off-season, but Joel Stevens seems to have gone under the radar, Lukey. He's some player. He's had 14 touches today, but every time he touches the ball, he hits a target.
Yeah.
He's a 20 to 25 possession player from what we've seen so far, but he is damaging with every single one of those touches. He makes something happen. Don't need to get it 35, 40 times. If you're having impact every time you get the footy, that's all that matters. Smith Getting a push in the back there was Mapleson. Del Bosco just a little bit overzealous in the back. Mapleson on to Hewitt. They're out the front of the stoppage here. Harry can settle from 48. Got tackled as he kicked. Laverty! It was sailing through. He grabbed it on the last line, and Xavier Laverty will line up for his second goal inside 2 minutes. He'll run around here on the right, I reckon.
Yeah, probably try and work this around the corner, I think.
Although he does love a banana, Xavier Laverty. He's very good at the banana kick. He's marking out his run out. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's going to run around on the right and belly the football and kick it out of bounds on the full. Nope. It goes out of bounds for a throw in.
Yeah.
So he didn't hit the right part of the share in our man Xavier. And it's a boundary throw in deep in attack for the Magpies, who lead 72-46. There's a push off the ball from Stevens, and it's a free kick to Riley Sharp out the back of the stoppage. I saw that like a cat out of my eye. And it's a 26-point margin in favour of the Magpies.
Cat out of your eye.
Cat out of my eye.
I have no idea what I just said.
Ferguson plays it on to Brady Sharp. The Saints working it out of the back line. Sends it right out wide. Oh, Riccardi dropped it. We haven't seen much of Brody today. Short inside to Motlop, who's also been very quiet. So the Saints have had a few down on form. Here's Maraka over the top. Good work to Matty Munro. Gee, they've worked this nicely to Cooper Thomason. Now they need a mark inside. Truan got fisted away. And then Knowles down at bootlace level. There's Smith sliding in. This ball's going to be wrapped up. 30 out from goal.
The corner of my eye was what I meant to say,
No, that's okay, Bennett. That's okay.
Cat.
These things happen.
They also have good eyesight.
Just got to move on.
You wear glasses, Blake.
Here's Bordignon. Long one out. Sharp sits under it. Good mark from Riley. So the Saints about to pepper again. Now they've got to get a wriggle on because the clock's against them. Here goes Riccardi. Low ball. Beautiful kick. Oh, bit high for Smith. Grossman. Geez, good back there. And taps it across the chalk. So 72 plays 46. Maggie's Harvey Norman betting scoreboard. We've gone 23 for Club Mulwala, third term.
You touched on it before, Lukey, but I really reckon Merck need to get a little bit more out of their small forwards today. I feel like they've been underrepresented at ground level.
They certainly have. There's a whistle and a free kick here. It's going to go the way of the Pies in defence, and Mapleson. Sorry, it's not in the ruck contest. Goes short. Finds Cam Barrett. Not doing his numbers today. Sorry, Cam. Short to Ellis. Slow build up out on the far wing here by the Pies. He gets a hurry on. Tilly, just an important little nudge on Ferguson to get himself into a good position here, Aidan Tilly. He's got Tyson Young forward, who's calling for the football, and he's kicked 5 first half goals, and also Xavier Laverty. And the umpire,
what is going on?
We're not sure
what's shot a goal. What are we doing?
So he has to go back around here on his mark.
Yeah.
Does Aidan Tilly. Goes short here to Jackson Clark. It's a slow approach. In fact, that's James McCloonan, who pumps it in long. Where's Tyson Young? Laverty got rid of his man Curtis too early. That's a free kick against Xavier Laverty. Going to go the way of Simon Curtis in defence for the Middleford Alpine Saints, who trail 72-46. All thanks to Harvey Norman betting. We have played 25 minutes for Club Mulwala. Don't scare me like that, Lukey.
No, I'm sorry, Panda. Now, David, I'll go to you for our free kick count very shortly. There goes Bordignon trying to go inside 50. Look at that for a mark from Brad Melville. A beauty. Into the sun. We'll put that down as a Mawson's Concrete play of the day.
It's a really good mark, and I've seen Brad take some pretty impressive catches in the slip, so I'm not surprised that he's plucked that one in. So this will take his best from this angle, but Brad's got this in his kit bag, so I wouldn't be surprised if he slots it.
Catches win matches, Benny.
They do.
Here's
Brad. Bobby Jackson.
Oh, yes. And Melville, that's a
bang.
nice kick. Oh, yes, I like that. That's a steer line goal of the day, even though it is a set shot, David, for Brad Melville.
It's a tight angle, long kick, bang, straight through the middle. Squid's having a very good day at the office, looking Francis.
Didn't even look like missing.
The deep sea creature. Squid.
Anyway, Blake, over to you.
I'm writing down the score, mate.
What do you reckon, BT?
Any more dogs?
Sorry, what's that?
Any more dogs around the
Oh,
ground?
come on, Benny. That's a bit rough.
But Ben Reid has finished his coat.
He was a gentleman, Ben Tellerico. After the feedback, Wink, he's just turned into a real rat bag.
Turned nasty, hasn't he?
Yeah.
32 points the margin. 78-46 in favour of the Wang Magpies here for Harvey Norman betting. And Brad Melville again, like a jack of the box. Just inside forward 50. And the Magpie bench is saying, Squid, you're on fire. Go back and have a shot. Does he have the journey from here, Benny Tell, for Avis?
This would be right on his range, I reckon. Is the man on the mark on the 50?
You're at ground level, mate. I can't see.
Mate, it's boundaries painted red.
Yeah, I thought that was just my eyesight going, but it is a strange colour.
The boundary is painted red. All the marks, the lines are. Melville
goes bang.
Goes bang. You beauty.
Oh.
Straight through the middle for Squid. He's got 2 in a minute. The margin's back out to 38 points, where we were at half-time. After the Saints kicked the first 3 of the third quarter, the Pies have answered with the last 3 for Harvey Norman betting.
So, yeah, to answer your question, that was within his range, Panda. Nice finish then by Squid. But, yeah, two in a minute for the Pies. Yeah, it's unfortunately, it's just undone work that Murph would have put in this start of this third quarter.
Okay, back in the centre. So 13-6-84 playing 6-10-46. The Magpies with a big lead as we work up towards the three-quarter time break. Couldn't be far away now. Smith, nicely done. Goes down forward. Whistle. So this one going to Riley Sharp. I thought it may have been for shepherding. I'm not 100% sure, Benny.
No, I didn't see it. It was just obstructed a little bit, so I didn't see the call, unfortunately.
Yeah, don't know.
Luke, he asked for a free kick count. That brings it to 22 apiece.
Okay.
Wow.
44 free kicks paid in 3/4 of footy.
Yeah, it's a lot. Very good, Wink.
I didn't know you could count that, Winky.
I didn't. I used a calculator.
He used to. So Riley Sharp, have we got him down for 2, Panda, or are we?
He's kicked 3.
He's kicked 3 now. So this is for 4. Absolute must here, Riley. He knows that. For the Sainers. And he's missed it. Yeah, so it's going to be hard from here for the Sainers, but 84 plays 47 at three-quarter time. 84 playing 47 on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard. We'll get to a break. This is O&M Live, a quarter to come, and on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
SS&A, this is your place.
All right. I love you. Have a good shift.
The all-new Nissan Navara, built for the grid shift.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shorty get inspired. How about that? This time, shorty get.
Explore where your new home begins. Discover our designs. Discover local land. Discover what's possible. Visit Sundancer Homes' new sales centre and showroom at 482 Kiowa Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Drive 3.5. Embrace the mid.
No one celebrates life like you do. At Tobin Brothers Funerals, we're here to help you celebrate the life of your loved one, your own special way. Tobin Brothers Funerals, celebrating lives.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
This goes out to all the athletes, the fitness buffs, and the huff and puffs. On your marks, get set. Find your perfect fit at the Athlete's Foot.
FM.
Welcome back to the Norm Inns Oval, where it's a healthy margin at three-quarter time in favour of the Wangaratta Magpies, who have been perfect since the opening quarter. 13-6-84 over the Saints, 6-10-46. By Pena Escott with you. Lukey Betting Tellerico's down the boundary. David Wink must be getting a nice bite at the canteen, because we'll run through the Premix King quarters best from that third quarter. And it looks as if Joel Stevens, I thought he was pretty good in that third quarter. Lukey, he had the 4 disposals. Harry Hewitt got busy again with 4 disposals. 4 for the Alpine Saints. Riley Smith had 8 touches in that third quarter, and also Simon Curtis as well. But it probably wasn't enough after they brought the margin back to 20 points to keep it around that margin, because the Pies kicked the last 3 goals of the third quarter, Lukey.
Yeah, they did, Panda. And what about you? Doing it all on the stat sheet, and you're calling the game. You're everywhere. Yes. The margin 38 points or 7 goals. So the Saints have got a job ahead of them, but who would count them out? They've been in such good form this year. They've won 4 from 4, but the Maggies, my goodness, they are in serious form at the moment. And they're going to be terribly hard to track down from here.
I'll tell you where David Wink was. He was down getting a bucket of chips. And I have to do the Premix King quarters best.
Oh, no, thanks for offering, David.
No, you can have a chip, Luke. I was just down there, down the canteen talking to Trent Berry and Maxie Bean.
Right.
In the canteen. The boys, they wanted me to let Benny know that he was soft because he picked a draw.
Right.
He said, you got to get off the fence, BT.
I don't mind it. Speaking of BT, down on the boundary for Avis Wangaratta. Which huddle were you at, Benny, at three-quarter time?
I went and had a listen to Funky and the Saints, and yeah, the instruction is just to keep playing the way they want to play, taking the game on. He said, I'd rather lose by 100 points than play a conservative brand of style. So they're going to throw everything at Wang now and really have a crack. So yeah, hopefully if they can narrow the margin, we might have a contest on our hands here.
38 points that margin as it sits right now at three-quarter time. As the spectators get off the ground, we might just go around the grounds for Everton Farm Supplies in the Ovens and Murray, and we'll find out what's happening in some of the other games at three-quarter time. So Martin Park, Albury lead the Wodonga Bulldogs 48-31. North Albury lead 83-35 over the Raiders. Yarrawonga lead 55-35 over Corowa, and the Rovers are now in front of Lavey 63-49. That one at the Lavington Sports Ground. The umpire holds the footy aloft here to get the fourth quarter underway with Lukey Francis for KFC.
So Riley Sharp's gone into the ruck for the Saints, and Riley Smith's gone forward. He's at full forward, so that's a big change there. Here's Stevens, though, out of the middle. And wins it back also. And then goes with the right boot down towards Tilly. Nice work. They go inside to Kennett. Fumbled. Petherbridge comes away for the Saints. Left foot wasn't the best kick. Looking for Murphy-Dale. Inside hand pass to Sharp. Riley goes over the top. Misses Munro. Kennett comes in again. Picks it up for Wangaratta. Back into the centre. Cam Barrett, nicely done. Dives to take the mark. Now he's got a free man in Ellis. He loves to go on a bouncing run. Fraser puts it on the boot though. Down the line to Clark. Wonderful kick. Here's Jackson. Swings around. Sends it into the pocket. Young. He's got it again. This guy's a star. He's a special player, Benny.
Yeah, that was impressive. He had no right to mark that, and at the last minute, he's just out-positioned Brady and been able to take the front, and he's got such a strong set of hands. Like, I would say, out of all the goals he's kicked, how many, Wink, do you reckon have come from a contested one-on-one mark?
Oh, there'd be at least 4 of them, I would have thought.
Yep.
He's just too strong in the contest.
He's going for 6, half a dozen. He's missed it. It's a behind. That was a tough one, though. He went with a banana in front of the bar. Playing 47. Magpies with the lead over Myrtleford on the Border Switchboard scoreboard final term.
So Tyson Young, 5 goals, 2 now. Repeating kick, 5 goals in the first half did Tyson. 2 behinds to follow as the Saints look to move the footy quickly. Ferguson's been good in the air today, taking a couple of good marks at the highest point. As Nick Ferguson. He's got it on centre wing now. No one mans the mark, so he labours forward and chips it out wide to Riley Smith, who he saw out the corner of his eye. Swings around on the right foot. He gets it in with a quick kick. Deep entry. Getting rid of his man was Jackson. Sorry, was Jake Sharp. And we have a boundary throw and deep in attack here for Myrtleford, who need everything to go right here in this third quarter. Last quarter, I apologise, for KFC. So they trail by 38 points. 85-47. Only gone a couple of minutes for Club Moala in this last quarter. Grabbing it out of the ruck was Riley Smith. Hacked out of there by the Magpies quickly. Claiming the mark here is Simon Curtis, who gets on with it with a hurry. He's going to go long from 52. Downtown from Simon Curtis. Mark, he played on quickly. He kicked the goal. He did it all. And the margin is now back to 32 points and just what the doctor ordered for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints.
Yeah, class. He's to be doing what he's doing at his age is phenomenal. And I think even in the interleague, like, he's just so impressive with how well he talks. And like we said in the pre-game, having that experience out in the field, especially in situations like this, is huge. Because I guarantee you, he'd be telling all the defenders that we are this game and we've got to keep going. So this is going to be very interesting now, lads. Big contest coming up.
Well, of course, won a premiership on this ground with the Lavey Panthers, Luke. Did Simon Curtis.
Yeah, footballers like him don't come along every day to a country football club. He's a beauty, that guy, Simon Curtis. So back in the middle of Norman's Oval, the Wang Showgrounds on a Saturday afternoon on O&M Live, 102.1 Edge FM. McPherson, and he was pinged. Had long enough to dispose, the umpire said. Ellis with it. Fraser wastes no time. Low drilling ball. Ferguson. Nice work getting in front. Laverty's not happy with the delivery. Murphy-Dale has been quiet today. Here's Lockie. Steers one in to Curtis. How many now, Wink?
This will be 19.
Thanks to 40 Winks. Sharp. That's Riley. Out to Miotto. Tilly Mark. They're just forward of centre wing. Broadcast side. Off to Del Bosco. Mitch. Oh, don't know about that kick. Wasn't the best. Riccardi. He's had a pretty ordinary day. And then, speaking of quiet days, Cooper Thomason taken across the chalk. The Maggies' backline are just so dominant. They're so good, Benny.
They are. And, like, a good build-up by Myrtleford then, but as we said, it's that money kick going inside forward 50. It's the one that teams want to try and nail.
It just wasn't the right option from Mitchy Delt. Toss back into play. Smith down to McPherson. Had a good first half. Was a little quiet in that third quarter. Goes back after the football. Tries to claim a high free kick, and the umpire once again has not bought into that lowering of the head, and it's a free kick for holding the ball to Harry Hewitt, who's been good today as the Footscray VFL star. Kick intercepted by Curtis with power on centre wing, who kicked a goal only a few moments ago for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, and he's the guy that gets them going in last quarters. He plays on straight away. It's a high up and under. Di Sebastiano floats in. McPherson roves. wants to get his left, goes back onto his right, gives it off to Cooper Thomason, who snaps it towards the goal square. And it's marked in defence by Matty Grossman in game number 200.
Yeah, he drops back so beautifully. And I'm glad you've got that in a couple of times, Panda, because he's a great player, Matt Grossman, bringing up the double century today with the Wang Maggies.
Has he travelled for the full 200?
I think he's only just moved to Wang this year.
That's unreal, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a huge commitment.
There was an article last year written by Andrew Moyer. He's travelled around the world a few times, just in travelling up and down the Hume Highway as that man, Matty Grossman.
So from Melbourne?
Yep, to play for his beloved Pies.
There you go. Now this one down towards centre wing. Curtis reads it so well.
He's doing as he pleases, Lukey.
And here he goes. Now he sends it in for Di Sebastiano going back with the flight. Great effort. Bourdignon. Well done from Lockie Di Sebastiano. That was courageous. Had no idea what was coming at him. And he's back. Jason Heatley would love that, Penny.
He's had some terrific moments today, like in some big contests too.
It looks pretty proppy out there on that right foot. It's been sore and troubling him all day.
I think it's his shin, actually. That's where he copped the knock.
Maybe an impact injury. It's been keeping him under the weather a little bit as the Pies go down the line. Simon Curtis again.
That was brilliant.
That was the best intercept mark of the piece of the lot. He was brilliant. And here go the Saints inside 50 again, looking for Riccardi out the back. He's dangerous in these positions, taps it towards his advantage, tied up in the pocket, finds Thomason. His kick on goal was smothered. And Fraser Ellis runs out of defence, streams out of defence for the Magpies. He hits up Joel Stevens at right half back. 85-53. Magpies lead by 32 points for Border Switchboards. Hello to Brendan Genvy and the crew. He'd be pretty happy with this scoreline. Laverty just got the jumper tugged, and then Simon Curtis punched him in the throat.
Right hook.
Yep. I don't think he meant it, but he still collected Laverty with a fist of some sorts. And this threatens to break open here. It is on. The Pies come from everywhere. So do the Saints. Laverty's on the ground out the back of the contest.
Yeah, no, he definitely didn't mean it, but he's
It
square in the jaw.
It didn't look good though,
no,
did it?
not at all. Not at all. This is really going on.
Yeah, this is threatening to seriously blow over here. Players have their shirts ripped off.
Oscar Roberts hasn't just run on here, has he?
Yeah, Xavier Laverty's on the turf too, so they got the trainers attending to him.
No, there's 4 on the bench here.
So Laverty still hasn't got up.
Yeah, still going.
Yeah. Players have shirts off. There's 2 or 3 with shirts off. Jake Sharp's on the ground.
Yeah.
I think
so this will get looked at for sure.
Buckets will be busy during the week.
It's on again now, so it's sparked up again.
Yep, Jake Sharp's right in amongst the action. Ruffling a few feathers.
Hayden's Guernsey's been taken off.
Yep. That's no surprise.
Matty Hayden's in amongst the action. Trying to get the rig out. He's got the snail trail, Matty Hayden.
No Guernsey at all.
He would have a spare jumper. He would have
He's
a
a
spare
good man.
jumper on the bench.
Oh, I love it. I love the biff from Matty Hayden.
And Cam Barrett's Guernsey's been ripped off also. It's hanging around his waist.
So this fight's been going on for the best part of 90 seconds.
Curtis is coming to the bench. Has he been sent off as well?
I got no idea. I haven't seen a yellow card at all. Look for that yellow vest out the window. Benny Towell. He's getting a bit of advice as he comes from the bench here as Simon Curtis.
If he has been sent off, that's a real shame for Murphy because he was really getting on top and dominating this last quarter.
Yeah.
So he has.
Here we go. Cam Barrett. Look at the strut on Cam Barrett going through the middle of the ground.
So 2 blokes are running off the ground with their kits off.
And the ladies' day?
Yep, they're up and about on the balcony of the ladies. And there must be a free kick at a 50 to the top of the goal square.
It's going to spark up again here on that far side. Have a look at it, still going.
Yeah, I reckon it's Tyson Young out there. No, sorry, that's Jet Roberts, who's getting into Joshi Maraka.
Yeah, it's another yellow card, lads.
Right, so Simon Curtis has been sent for the ground for some sort of fist, swinging arm, call it what you like, on Xavier Laverty, who's been marched to the top of the goal square, Lukey Francis.
Yeah, I reckon a right hook there, Pannis. So it wasn't a great look anyway. That'll play out during the week and everyone will have an opinion on it. Everyone under the sun. Laverty. So from 20 out directly in front. puts it through. Now, hopefully this doesn't get going again. Hopefully the boys are done with it for now. Okay, so that one's been put through. Magpies with a massive break. They've got right away here on the Saints. So we'll give you the official score very shortly. We're just waiting for it to flash back up on the scoreboard. Wink, we'll go to you and get our leading possession getter for both teams. Here we go. 14-7-91, plays 7-11-50. Having a look at the replay here, thanks to Snap Print Solutions. Blake, what did you think?
Well, the ball was sort of...
This is of the incident. We're talking about Curtis and Laverty.
Yeah, it's not a great look, is it?
No.
Angle doesn't do him any favours, I don't think.
Yep.
On that one. Zave Laverty has come from the ground too.
So he's got 3 for the afternoon now.
And ironically, Simon Curtis and Zave Laverty could be teammates in 2 weeks for the Interleague, Panda.
Yep. That'll be a nice, awkward training session. Jake Sharp in amongst the action. He's the coach as well.
He is too. BT will be there.
Yep. You can maybe break bread, Benny. Sit between all of them.
Keep the peace, you reckon?
There's a free kick here to Jackson Clark.
You used to be a gentleman, Benny. I don't know how that'd go.
Well, that was your weakness, Ben. You're too nice.
Blame David Wink.
According to David Wink, as Jackson Clark reloads again for the Wang Magpies. Out the back here is Will O'Keefe, who flicks it over the top to Melville. They play on with an advantage. Over the top to Young. He got a kick out of midair. A quick kick as he was jumping in midair from Tyson Young, and that's his 6th. And the Maggies are running away with it here at the Norm Inns on Ladies' Day.
And Fraser, Fraser Ellis is down on the turf. It's not on again, but Fraser Ellis is down on the turf. Not sure what actually happened there. I missed that. All right. Okay, down to you, Benny.
There's still plenty to play here. I don't know how much of the game, but this is going to be watching how the rest of this pans out. I would have thought both
Craig Miller's come down from the box. He's going to stroll past Heatley here.
This will be interesting.
No, too professional.
Yeah, they're not. Yep. Very good. So back in the middle, let's go. Here we are, Smith and Knowles. Clean tap away by Smith. Maraka was being held. Smith, right foot, sends it forward. Oh, well done by Chet Roberts to come across. Ball tied up with Riccardi at the bottom of the pack, and the umpire will take it. So 7 playing 53. Now there's an in-the-back call. It's going against the Maggies. Riccardi plays on quickly, goes in forward. Di Sebastiano got a shocking bounce. McPherson puts it through for the Saints. So they get their 8th goal. 97 plays 59 on the scoreboard thanks to Border Switchboards. The Maggies lead.
It's been good today, Ashton. I feel like he's been one of the Saints that can probably hold his head up. He's put in a 4-quarter performance and he's tried his guts out all day. So, I've been really impressed with watching him live today.
20 touches for Ashton McPherson and a goal. Matty Hayden in the number 8. Cam Barrett looks like he's going to run out in the number 54, Lukey and Panda.
Yeah, you're right, Wick.
So Ashton McPherson, his numbers again, please, Winky.
20 for Ashton, and I reckon he's been Murderford's best outside Simon Curtis.
Absolutely. The Saints go in once again. There's a free kick for it down the field, is it? It's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, against O'Keefe, Miotto in the back, late call. I didn't think there was much in that, Benny.
Well, it's either downfield or it was probably in the back. But does that mean that it should be downfield or it should be back where it was in the contest? So anyway, a free kick to the Saints and Jack Truan here, who has already kicked 2 goals, has Jack Truan. He'll be lining up for his 3rd.
Cooper.
Sorry, you're right. It's Cooper Thomason. I have no idea why I thought it was Jack Truan out the corner of my eye. Thomason comes in and hits the post. That's 2 behind today for young Cooper Thomason, and the margin is at an even 37 points, 97-60 for Border Switchboards in favour of the Wangaratta Magpies.
Wink will go around the grounds very shortly as this one comes out to Kennett. So Lockie, defensive 50 for the Maggies. To Cam Barrett in a new Guernsey after he got it torn off in the scuffle moments ago. More on that incident during the week. You'll read about that. You'll hear about it on OMFNL Live. It'll be a big story. Here's Clark. And he breaks away, does Jackson. He'll do something nice here for the Maggies. Young, has he got it? Will the umpire play on? So there was a man in front. And now there is a scrimmage, ball locked in. And the umpire will take it. Benny Tellerico, your thoughts, thanks to Avis Wang?
Oh, I thought he had plenty of that, lads.
Okay. Ball up again. Many players at the stoppage. McLoonan going in. And a player at the bottom, that's Riley Calvin. And again, the umpire to take it. So 20 out from the club room's end. Maggie's up 97-60 thanks to border switchboards.
Ball up. Still in the pocket here as it's reefed out of the Myrtleford Alpine Saints defence. Thomason flies high, almost brings the footy into his bread basket, then ran after it and went out to Matty Motlop. Has to be really strong in this contest, Matty Motlop. And the umpire says, I'll have it. Ball up, just inside attacking 50 for Everton Farm Supplies. Closest game, thanks Winky.
Albury Tigers 61 lead the Bulldogs 44. The rest of them blowing out a little bit, Blake.
Here's Cam Barrett onto Hayden, who's wearing the number 8 now. There's a free kick off the ball again. And it's going to go against Riley Sharp. And it's a free kick to James McLoonan here. And he will line up for his second goal. 48 metres out, slightish angle.
It might just have been a little bit of a love tap there at the bottom of the contest, I reckon. I couldn't see really anything else. The ball had left the area, so yeah, unfortunately, there's been a little bit of ill discipline from both sides today, haven't there?
There's been well and truly over 50 free kicks in this game. James McLoonan, shot on goal is going to fall short. Oh, Tyson Young!
Yeah.
Wow. Stuck the jukes up, runs around, and he's kicked 6 goals 3.
No.
He hits the post. Hits the post, trips over his man Brady Sharp. I thought they were going to fight on ground level. And they get up, shake hands. He took a great mark, Young, but he couldn't finish off with a great goal. Margin out to 38 points, 98-60.
Sharp takes a mark in the middle of the ground. So Riley has gone into the ruck in the final term. Here's Maraca right out wide. Well done from Hewitt to get a fist to it. Look at that, and feeds it off to Kennett. They break away, short ball turned over. So the mark taken by Motlop. He has been unsighted today. Halfback to Miotto. And then into the middle, here's Clark. He'll mark this, Willie. Good, strong contest. Roberts. Jet got it out the front to Clark. Here they go. On to Hayden. Back inside to Jackson Clark. Fires one. Look at that for a kick. Picking up Tyson Young. That is the Wangaratta Magpies at their absolute best.
Yeah, that's their ball movement, 101, and a fantastic kick to advantage then by Jackson. So is this number 6 now, Wink, for Tyson?
It will be.
Yeah, okay.
No, he's kicked 6.
Has he?
Yep. He's lining up for number 7.
Yeah, wowzers.
This will be his 11th disposal on the 40-wing stat sheet.
40 out, pops it up, and that one's across the face. He didn't kick through that. And he's carried that one out of bounds on the full. So 98 playing 60. The Wang Magpies with a 7-goal lead here. 38 points the margin on the border switchboard scoreboard. We're going 18 in the final term for Club Mulwala. Here's Blake Escott for the Wang Pump Shop.
All thanks to KFC. Tyson Young's kicked 6 goals, 3 and 1 out in the full. Is that 10 shots on goal, Winky?
It's outrageous, Blake.
Yes, it is.
Outrageous.
It certainly is. He is on fire, is our man Tyson Young. A statement game today for him and the Wang Magpies as Reece Grant kicks the ball up to half forward. No one really inside forward 50 for the Saints. Lockie Murphy-Dale has pushed a teammate in the back. Sorry, an opponent in the back in Matty Grossman. Lockie Di Sebastiano should probably just get off the ground. He can hardly move.
It doesn't help when Cam Barrett, your teammate, puts his knee through your back either.
He's proppy. Fraser Ellis kicks the ball towards Tilly, providing a contest was Melville. Grubbers it inside forward 50. Clean bowl's about 5. Running on this football is Mapleson. He was pushed off, picking it up and snapping on goal from 40 is James McLoonan. Tyson Young almost marked it on the last line. A diving slips effort, but it's through for a minor score. And the margin is back out to 39 points, 99-60. All that on the border switchboard scoreboard.
Ah, very nice. Cam Barrett's going to be coming back in for the Magpies. Fires it in. Oh, knocked away by Calvin. McLoonan couldn't clutch it. Ball out of bounds. Wink, we'll go around the grounds again. We'll grab those scores for Everton Farm Supplies. Or free kick given away here. Not sure what happened. I was turning to you, Mr. Wink.
Yeah, I don't know what happened either, Luke.
That's okay. How are those scores?
Yeah, good. Rovers come back 89-56. They lead the Panthers comfortably. Yarrawonga lead the Roos 68-39. And Raiders are getting it pumping from North Albury 102-47.
Okay, Bordenyon. Michael into the attacking zone for the Maggies. And the players fly up. McLernan onto his left foot. Look at that. That's a wonderful finish from James McLernan, and he lets McPherson know about it. That's a steer line goal of the day. The Maggies are in some serious form.
They certainly are. It's 2 weeks in a row now that they've done this to two quality opposition. So, yeah, Wang are definitely putting the league on notice that they're going to be one of the teams to beat. And, look, it's what we probably expect from one of last year's grand finalists. So, at the moment, I think, lads, the next round of the Derby is going to be a game of football to watch.
Anyone who thinks that it's the Wang Rovers premiership needs to come and watch the Wang Magpies. This is a seriously impressive football side, fellas.
Yeah.
They've got weapons everywhere.
Yep, they got their best midfielder playing at full forward, who's kicked 6 goals, 3. Aidan Tilley's up and about. Laverty, they've got a good defence, and we all think they probably are the side that can challenge their counterparts across the road. They lead by 45 points and have been sublime here today. In a heated contest, it is fair to say. This has been as spot fiery as a game as I've seen for a while, Lukey.
Yeah, it has been, Panda. It's been fiery in parts.
Lots of feeling. It's good to see, but it has spilled overboard at times. Repeating, Simon Curtis is off the ground with a yellow card. He's been on report for an incident with Xavier Laverty that caused a bit of a fracas, it's fair to say. Nick Ferguson is on report for an incident on Xavier Laverty. So Michael Buckets Bouquet will be busy during the week.
So will Xavier Laverty.
Jet Roberts switches the football to Aidan Tilley, who's deep in defence for the Wangaratta Magpies. 21 played here for Club Mulwala. 4th quarter for KFC. McLernan, who's been such a great pickup. Of course, he couldn't get a game a few years ago for the Wang Magpies. Went out to Greta, won a premiership in the O&K, won a league medal, and now he's back. They've transferred the footy on the far wing. Harrison Smart has been mowed down by Motlop. In fact, it was Declan Brand. Umpire said play on, not sure how. McPherson gives it back to Brand. Interesting hand pass. Asks a lot of Riley Calvin. Has to be strong in the contest. Umpire says give it to me in the middle of Norm Inns. And we'll have a ball up as the Magpies lead by 45 points. Here's Lukey Francis for the Wang Pump Shop.
Yeah, they haven't stopped trying the Saints, but they've just been outclassed by a better football team today. Now Murphy-Dale through his hands. Smart going back for it. Gee, I've been impressed with his game. On to Barrett. They square one up to Ellis. Now he's got one wrapping around the back. He's going to ignore that. It was Oscar Roberts. He goes to Clark. Got a man out in Melville. Goes to Brad now. Well done, just to keep a cool head. And the umpires paid 50. It wasn't there. So that's a silly call, that one. Don't agree with that. But
seriously, this is...
Yeah, anyway. So the Magpies will pick up their 17th goal, and Brad Melville will kick it. And he's strolling down to the goal square now. Benny, what are your thoughts? That says it all. Thank you.
No comment.
I won't share my thoughts.
How many have we got Squid down for, Peter?
He's kicked 2 goals, 2 within a minute in that 3rd quarter, Lukey.
Beautiful. There's his 3rd. Maggies get their 17th. 111 to 60 they lead. 111 to 60 on the Border Switchboard scoreboard. Mr. Wink, what do you got? You're looking...
I've just had a text come through. You sold Jimmy McLernan short, Panda.
Why is that?
Well, he won 3 league medals.
3 league medals.
Kicked a Biogenic Granny, 1 flag, 2 Clyde Bakers as well.
Who's the lounge chair expert?
That's Cam Green.
Yeah.
Who I used to be my cricket, Luke, back when I was working
Office cricket. He plays for Australia, Cam Green.
Yes, I used to bowl him out with the Yorkers and the short balls.
I reckon the Cam Green you're speaking about probably is as good as the Cam Green that plays for Australian cricket.
Well, potentially.
Peter gets one back.
51 points the margin in favour of the Wangaratta Magpies. And Brad Melville's kicked 3 second-half goals. Tyson Young kicked 5 in the first half. Here's Tilley, who's gone back into defence to settle things down. He goes short to Cam Barrett, who's got a new number, a high number, after his shirt was ripped off. Likewise was Matty Hayden's. Ellis is going to chip this one back to Cam Barrett. Well, I reckon we know who's going to get the 3 votes today, boys.
Yes.
It's just about who gets the 2 and the 1. Here's another 50. I don't know what for.
I think he just didn't come back to stand the mark.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was looking at Winky. Marjanovic Has to be strong over the football here. Clean pick-up from Jet Roberts. One-hander onto his brother Oscar, who has a turn of pace. Chips into the advantage here of Will O'Keefe. Good mark in front of Riley Calvin for Walker. And he's probably just a bit too far out to score here, Will O'Keefe.
Walker.
Yep, that's the nickname. He kicks it into the pocket. It's chipped off beautifully by Riley Smith. Margin at 51. 25 minutes played for Club Mile Whale. It's fair to say the siren can be blown in this one, Luke Francis.
So a bit of a shocker from Walker. Oh, gee, early fly there from Jet Roberts going 10 minutes early. And this one coming back to Sharp. So Riley Sharp. It's been an emphatic victory by the Wang Magpies. They have been far too good on their home turf this afternoon at Normins over the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. They win 17-9, 111 to the Saints 8-12-60. Yeah, what an effort. So they have closed it out in fine fashion this afternoon here at the Wangaratta Showgrounds. And the Tricolours tried to the final siren, but they just weren't good enough. And the Maggies are going to be a very big threat on the Rovers defending a title this year in the O&M. A long way to go yet, but the Maggies are in very good form, Blake Escott.
That they are. That's a 60-point win and a 50-point win 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
For the Magpies against two quality opposition in Yarrawonga, who were in the top 5 at the time, and the Myrtleford Alpine Saints undefeated until now. So that's a real statement.
Look at David Wink just striding out onto Normins Oval.
He's striding out there. He's going to be very happy to give our Rebel Training Player of the Day. I think it's pretty obvious who gets this one.
He
Tyson
ended up
Young.
with half a dozen.
Yeah, 6 goals for Tyson Young.
Yeah, full forward, eh? Unreal.
Yeah. Started there. Kicked 4 goals in the first half, Lukey Francis. Did Tyson Young.
Yeah.
And again, they had a lot of spot fires.
It did. Man, we got an incident that's going to play out during the week, but it's on vision. It was on the flank, favouring the club room's end between Simon Curtis and Xavier Laverty, but we won't on that too much now because we'll just concentrate on a win that it's been for the Maggies, and we'll head down to ground level.
Benny Tallarico.
Yeah, down here with Tice Young, boys, obviously in a fair bit of form up forward, mate. Have you normally played this much forward in previous footy, and how are you enjoying the new role?
Yeah, I have early days in my career. Me and Heath sort of thought we'd get a bit more speed to the middle, so that's not including me. So just resting up forward at the moment. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's good fun.
Yeah, nice. And how have you found the standard Owens and Murray footy, mate? Obviously played a fair bit of footy in the EDFL. So what are your thoughts on the O&M, and what are your impressions of Wang?
Yeah, like the big expansive grounds. Yeah, they're good decks. Not a breath of wind out here. Really enjoying it. And yeah, like so glad to come to Wangaratta. And yeah, we've started to put it together, which is nice now.
Benny, we might wrap it up quickly because I reckon they're going to do a Matt Grossman 200 games, and we'll get a quick photo for Tyson Young, who was our Rebel Training Player of the Day, because he'll want to get over there and of course see Matty Grossman off the ground. 200 games, a couple of premierships, a pretty good career for Matty Grossman, Lukey Francis.
Oh yes, yes, you're right about that, Blake Escott. Wonderful player. And the club is so proud of him, and so they should be, because he is one man that'll be first on the whiteboard virtually every week. One of the first pick, Matt Grossman. So he deserves every accolade that comes his way, and I'm sure they'll have a big night teed up for him tonight, Peter.
Yep, absolutely. We'll get Benny Tallarico over there. Now, we do lose the song sometimes at the Normins Oval, so we might get you to film it, Benny, and we can play it back on the radio. But
nice of the Saints too to line up in the Guard of Honour.
Yep, for Matt Grossman. And we'll try and get cheered the black and the white.
I've never ventured into these club rooms, boys, after a Wang game, so this will be interesting.
It will be, of course, the former Wang Rovers thirds coach, our man Benny Tallarico. So a 51-point win to the Wangaratta Magpies here at the Normins Oval, repeating 6 goals to Tyce Young, 3 goals to Brad Melville, 3 goals to Xavier Laverty, and then singles to Matty Hayden, Harry Hewitt, Aidan Tilley, 2 goals to James McLennan. For the Middleford Alpine Saints, it was 3 goals to Riley Sharp, 2 to Jack Truhan, and then singles to Simon Curtis, Ashton McPherson, and Jake Sharp. So that puts the Wangaratta Magpies behind the Wang Rovers now. It'll be the Rovers first and the Maggies second. Myrtleford will probably drop back to third. Lukey Francis, and I think it's going to take something special for it not to be another Wang Rovers grand final. I know it's early, but those two seem like they're the team to beat at the moment.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're just slightly ahead of the pack, those two. So we saw them in round 1, of course, when the Wang Rovers got the chocolates over the Wang Magpies. Nothing in it that night. Here we go. Here are the Maggies.
Looks like we've just lost the song over in the Norm Minns Wangaratta Magpies club rooms. There it is there, but we'll head to a break here on O&M Live. The Magpies 51-point winners over the Middleford Alpine Saints. They go to 4-1. The Saints suffer defeat for the first time in 2026. It's O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
SS&A, this is your place.
All right. I love you. Have a good shift.
The all-new Nissan Navara, built for the grid shift.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shorty get inspired. How about that? How about that? This time, shorty get.
Explore where your new home begins. Discover our designs. Discover local land. Discover what's possible. Visit Sundancer Homes' new sales centre and showroom at 482 Kiowa Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
No one celebrates life like you do. At Tobin Brothers Funerals, we're here to help you celebrate the life of your loved one, your own special way. Tobin Brothers Funerals, celebrating lives.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
This goes out to all the athletes, the fitness buffs, and the huff and puffs. On your marks, get set. Find your perfect fit at the athlete's foot.
Oval, where the Wangaratta Magpies have won 4 on the trot since round 1, where they lost to the Wangaratta Rovers, and they are on fire at the moment. 4-1 after a 51-point win over the Myrtleford Alpine Saints here at the Normans Oval. You got Blake Penderecott with you, Lukey Francis, you got David Wink. Benny Tellerico is heading over to the Wangaratta Magpie rooms. You can hear him at the moment. And Lukey Francis as well. Winky, we might just go to you if we can, who can give us some of the stat winners and overall stats from that game, please.
I had